welcome to the Natural Havoc channel, where we are a group of Twitch streamers that decided to give playing and streaming Dungeons and Dragons a go. It is working. For some reason it was all black for me, but we're all good. Let's go. We play the 5e system. We add some homebrew rules thrown in, and most of us are not new to D&D. Yeah, I said it. So please do be patient, as we're going to make plenty of mistakes and do all of those funny things that you can laugh at us with, and we'll laugh with you. If it's not me or someone. Anyway, we're going to go around the room and introduce ourselves as always. So first up, Tim, the tech wizard, take it away.
Yay. I'm doing good. Welcome in, guys. I am Tim. I'm the male half of Team Logic now. And we'll be back on this channel where we play Dungeons and Dragons. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. And you can find me normally on the Team Logic now channel where I play RimWorld. So be there or be a square.
Awesome, and below the tech wizard, we have the Eagle Outlaw with a 0, not an O. He isn't here today, unfortunately, and won't be here for a little while longer. But, you know, he'll be back soon, and the adventures of Andros will continue, of course. But, yeah, make sure to go check him out. He does some Pokemon stuff. He does all sorts of stuff. I can't remember what the last game was. He played like Subnautica, I think, for a bit as well. So do go check him out. He's always on all these things. And taking over the promotion of socials, Smitty Jane.
Hello. May woke up with a bit of a cough today, so if that happens, that's why. Yeah, happy to be back. I've been so excited. I was watching Critical Role today, which is something I haven't done for a while. So I'm like, that's when you know I'm super excited to get back into it. Yeah, you catch me here playing a half-elf druid / barbarian now, because reveal from last week. And yeah, otherwise you can find me from Saturday through Wednesday on my own channel doing a bunch of Relics of the Past. Suffering. Yeah, that's it. And don't forget to social the follows as well on Instagram and Twitter.
I was about to say, I was like, she's forgotten. Oh no! The other side of the room, we have Zeb. Zeb, take it away.
Hi, I'm Agent Zeb. I kind of stream again. I streamed today. I will stream next week. And then I start work, so everything will be new again after that. But whatever, it's a lot of variety, lots of strategy stuff, lots of RPG stuff, and I can't pronounce stuff today. Anyway, stuff.
It's all good. We don't need to pronounce prestidigitation at all today, I'm sure. But you know what? Above Zeb, we have Creed. Creed, take it away.
Hey guys, I'm here after missing last session, which actually broke my heart because we did so much. Well, the group did so much without me. But I'm back again, and I'm actually back streaming again after I got a new 4K TV for myself. Back playing Apex, and after we're done Dying Light 2, we're probably moving on to the new Subnautica or the new Resident Evil game. I'm not sure which one will go first, but we'll see.
Awesome, and above Creed, we have Lan. Lan, take it away.
Hello guys, my name is Lan, I am the female half of Team Logic, and I'm gonna say it for real this time, I am finishing RimWorld! Yes! I'm gonna be playing RimWorld for the last time this Monday, and then afterwards we'll finally be moving on to some Pokemans and do other crazy stuff, so yes, looking forward to that. But tonight I'll be here playing Shion the Bitchy Diva, so yeah, excited!
I don't believe it's the end of RimWorld. I just
Neither do I.
It's
It depends, but we're building the spaceship right now. We are ending this.
I feel like it's been a year since you've been saying it's the
Only
end.
one way to find out, Matt. Only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Shoot it on Monday.
I could have bought you a spaceship a long time ago, Lan, if you just told me.
Probably.
I have enough money.
Right.
You've done it before.
You can buy us a spaceship?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With that wealthy, we can all own spaceships apparently. But yes, that is that. I think that's announcements. Don't forget to go check out the YouTubes as well, the YouTubes and the Twitters and the Instagrams and the social of the follows, like Smitty said, because we've updated all of our overlays and we've updated all of the other good stuff. So do go check all that. And obviously, you can find me over on the Onion Soup doing soup and onion things. Not actually related to either of them, but yeah, I'm over there. I play mediocre content. I'm really bad at games, kind of, sometimes good. We see, depends on the day. But yeah, you can check me out when I play RPGs and Pokemon and yeah, that sort of stuff. So yeah, awesome, cool. Is there anything else? Oh, one thing. We have a guest on tonight's show. Ooh, but you will find out who that is a little bit later. So we're going to jump straight on in to the recap. Yeah, where we left off last week. So, last session, we started off in the sewers of the Flint Ward, with the party huddled around a lantern light, discussing plans on how to attack the Crooked Clasp. During their secret meeting beneath the city, the plans were thrown around, with various different ideas being spread throughout the conversation. However, they finally agreed to cast invisibility on Contessa and Maeve to get into the room unnoticed, whereas Andros would cast invisibility on himself with the aid of Braster. The three of them entered the room when Contessa accidentally bumped into the doorframe, creating a little bit of noise, and the room grew silent until the Drow man orders one of the guards to check on the sound. The man spots a small little furry friend as Olaf was sitting in the corridor just checking out what was going on. The man turns back to the Drow, informing him of what had happened, and the Drow tells him to get the tiny little weasel of Olaf. Olaf, running for his little life, runs back towards Erhard, and the man stumbles on after them. During this, Maeve and Andros prepare themselves to strike the criminals, while Contessa attempts to remain as quiet as possible after her little mishap beforehand. Meanwhile, down the corridor, Arcturus, Shion, and Erhard are preparing themselves for the man arriving in the room, and just as he walks in, Shion grabs him by the arm, and a flash of magic appears, and his eyes glaze over. Shion informs him to return back to the room, and let them know that he had dealt with things. But before the man could return, Maeve called upon nature to bind some of the criminals in a 20-foot radius as vines and roots sprout from the ground, holding some of the criminals still. Andros unsheathed his daggers and began assaulting those held by the vines, while the rest of the gang ran in and helped it with the fight. The two Drow began using powerful artifacts. One used a blade that could produce poison, while the other used a cloak that made clones of himself. The battle went on, with the party taking a few blows, however emerging victorious. After the battle, the charmed individual of Shion informed them that the third leader of the Crooked Clasp was none other than White Tusk, the Loxodon man that serves in the bar called the Brambled Boar. The party began looting the room and the corpses, finding many items and a huge sum of coins. Shortly after, Olaf spotted a figure that began to approach. They noticed it was Winters from the Requisition, and he had entered the sewers and informed them all that White Tusk had sent him down here to see if the assailants had fled or were still about. Winters told them that they had limited time to get out of here and must find another route that differs from how they entered. Winters leaves to report back to everyone that everyone has been killed and that no one remains alive down here. Before leaving, though, he kills the charmed individual to leave no witnesses. The party quickly leave the chamber and attempt to find another way out of the sewers. In doing so, they spot a rusted ladder leading up to the surface and begin to climb, all making it, however breaking a few rungs of the ladder along the way. After which, they crawled through a very tight sewer tunnel and arrived in an abandoned bathhouse in the Flint Ward. After some time of catching their breath, they snuck out and headed back toward the Ruby's Rest. Upon arriving at the Ruby's Rest, they spoke with Esmeralda and Kingston about what had happened this evening, and were informed that they had paid a percentage off toward their debt, 2/3, but still owed a third. They were told to stay the night, and in the morning, someone would bring them some items that they had requested to buy. During this night, however, Erhard had a dream. A vision of being in a vibrant setting inside a hollowed-out tree, which appeared to be someone's home. Erhard was watching from the eyes of another person, within who he appeared to be packing his things about. Hooves of creatures could be heard galloping around the outside of the tree, and then the figure picks up a mirror to reveal to Erhard a familiar face of a satyr wearing a maroon waistcoat. Shouting something towards the mirror, Erhard could barely make out the words, but as he shouted them, he could make out, "Run! They know who you are! They are here for you!" With which Erhard then saw, in the background, a 7-foot-tall figure looming over the satyr. At that, Erhard awoke. The party all begin to awake within the halls of the Ruby's Rest. As Maeve, you hear some rustling in your room. And as you open your eyes to take a look to see who is before you, you see Ondros at the door, about to leave.
Andros? Good morning. Where are you going?
He turns to you and there's a small smile. And he walks back to your bedside, kneels down, and he grabs an envelope that he has placed on your side table. And he places it in your hands.
What's this?
It's a letter, a note. I was going to leave you it before I left.
Andros, you know I can't read, right?
He looks up for a moment, realizing the issue he has with this current problem. Give it to Arcturus. He'll know what to do.
Okay.
I've got to sort some things. And he puts an arm around you to give you a hug. And at this, he pulls out his journal, his diary, and he places it in your lap. Look after it until I'm back, right?
Yeah. Be safe out there. Be back soon, please.
Yeah, I'll catch up. And he stands up. He smiles once more. He pats Socks on the head as he's asleep on the side. And then he walks out of the room. And at that, we jump over to Erhard, who you shoot up awake in your bed. Beads of sweat running down your face. Heavy breath.
No!
Oh my god. Yep. And as you shout out no at the sudden realization that something has happened, you look at your hands for a moment. And you see multicolored light glistening around them, sparkling. And Erhard, you get something new. And I will show this to just you for now, and then when you reveal it, you can see more. There you go. And as you are coming to terms with this newfound ability, we will say, you are sat there and you begin to weave magic in front of you for a second until it dissipates. And yeah, you have a new ability. As the rest of you all begin to come to after hearing no! You're like, what the hell's going on in there? And yeah, you all awake as you also begin hearing footsteps outside. What do you all do?
Are we in the same room as Erhard?
I would say you are all in separate rooms. However, they're not like brick rooms or like proper. It's just like there's like booths and there's a curtain drawn between each booth. Yeah, it's just a curtain covering like the doorway.
I'll head over to Erhard's booth.
And yeah, as you walk on over, you pull back the curtain and see Erhard. I assume still in his bed, contemplating things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna describe, I guess. Like I'm just sitting in my bed, still like kind of flustered, coming to realize it was the dream. Then at the same time looking at my hands suddenly, like having weird magical effects. And coming to terms with that and trying to figure out what the hell happened. And yeah, I see Arcturus coming in and just throw my covers over and jump out of bed. Yeah.
Are you okay, Erhard? We heard a scream.
Kinda. I had a very vivid dream of someone I know from the past, and it's been rather disturbing. So yeah, I'm kinda okay.
Well, if you want to talk about it, you know where to find us.
Sure. I guess can talk about it with the rest of the group, so we don't have to retell it 5 times. So let's go find the others.
And as you guys are having this conversation, and the rest of you are adorning your gear and getting ready for your day, Arcturus, a gentleman, approaches behind you carrying a sack full of things, and he says, "Excuse me, you part of that group?"
I am, sir.
Maeve?
Yes, with
Yeah.
Maeve. Yes. What can I do for you?
Esmeralda's asked me to bring a few of these vials over. Apparently, you inquired about them last night.
Oh, that's
purchasing a few vials.
Yes, it's so much appreciated. Thank you so much.
That's all right. Just so you know, I'll just be sat over there. And he points to a table just off to the side, and he just places the sack there and sits down, waiting for when you guys are ready.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. We have the supplies we have been asked for yesterday.
I do believe we have to pay for those, Arcturus. So we can't just take it all.
Nobody told me anything about paying, but okay.
But, I look around to see if everybody's made it to, I guess, this common room now.
Yeah, I'd say, slowly but surely people are walking in, fully suited up in armor or in their regal-looking clothing, or, yeah, whatever they're wearing.
I wave everybody over, and maybe, I don't know, there's like a table, I'm guessing, and I sort of lean on it, and I whisper, "Don't forget, we've picked up paperwork that they might want to have, which, I don't know, maybe Shion could haggle down in price? I know you're very charming if you want to be."
Sure. So, what is your plan? Do you want to trade them for the potions, or?
Our best bet would be getting it free, but if you could even get the price down a bit, because this sack looks pretty hefty. So if you could get the price down a bit, I feel like anything we could get cheaper would be good. We have a map of the whereabouts of the Crooked Clasp, a letter from Kingsley. I can remind you, but you might be better talking.
That's fine. You come with me,
But-
darling.
We also have a list of their allies. Now, I don't know if it'd be helpful for them, but also be helpful for us. Do we want to keep that?
I'd say we hold on to that for now.
Okay.
You never know when it might come in handy. I mean, we can technically still, when our business here is concluded, and we still might give it to them.
We could mention it, but say that we'll give it to them once the Crooked Clasp and everything else has been dealt with, as it might be in our favor to keep
Exactly.
for now. Everybody else okay with that plan?
Yeah, do
Sure,
your
sounds-
do your
Definitely
best.
completely fine with it.
Fine. I'm still sort of waking up, and I'm like, oh god, people have been asking me things. Okay. So I guess we'll head on over.
Well, I'm also still like straightening my clothes and getting my bearings from, all of it. By the way, Onion, did we get the information for the items we found? Since
Well, this is what I was going to ask. What items would you have spent the time doing so? It's an hour, if you're tuning and spending time with them, it's an hour per item. and you have to sleep for 6 hours, so you'd have 2 hours. So if there's any 2 items that you had, then by all means you can spend some time with them.
Okay.
I think, Maeve, you also you spent some time with some
I
items.
said,
right?
yeah, I had the earrings and the serpent dagger to achieve.
Brilliant.
Well, that I wanted to find out. Yeah.
That is the earring. And the serpent dagger. Let me find it for you.
Oh,
There you go.
she becomes
So-
Arcturus.
The 2 items that you have is the earrings of translation, which for a short amount of time you can understand all language spoken, which is a attunement property. Plus, you have advantage on all hearing checks.
Is that
a
one time a day thing?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
The language part, the hearing is permanent.
Nice.
So when you have them in, you have advantage on hearing constantly. But yes, the understanding the language, it is once per day for 5 minutes.
Well, for me, I picked up, or I have, like a silver necklace with a spider, I believe, and a fancy cloak that he was wearing.
Yes, the
Drow guy.
silver necklace is not magical.
Oh, okay.
But the cloak, let me find the cloak for you. Here it is. The cloak is the Cloak of Mirrors. While you wear the cloak, you can cast Mirror Image as an action once per day. And upon casting the spell, the shards of multicolored glass attached to the cloak shimmer and shine, making it impossible to look at you for 1 second. Meanwhile, 3 illusionary images of yourself appear and copy your every movement, making it impossible to discern which one is the real you. The multicolored glass pieces now resemble mirrors while the spell is active. But it does require attunement.
Interesting.
I think I would like to attune to that, but that means I need to unattune one of my other items.
You would, yeah, it would take an hour to unattune
Yeah.
as well. So yeah.
I guess I'm gonna unattune the Boots of Levitation.
Okay.
And then spend an hour now, I guess, to do the Cloak of Mirrors.
Very well. Anyone else wanting to attune to any items?
Wow.
Who has the bracers? Or what were they?
We brought them. We brought everything, but I think only Erhard and I have attuned to items.
Like there were braces with arrows on them. There was a tube that also had like a magical quality to it, I think, and some magical boots, but only slightly magical, I believe.
Sorry, a tube?
A tube, like a glass tube or something. I don't know. That's what I understood.
Metal, yeah, metal tube.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. I guess if it's fine, I guess Contessa will spend an hour figuring out what the bracers are, along with the tube.
Sure. So the bracers are the bracers of archery. While wearing these braces, you have proficiency with long and short bows, and you get a +2 bonus to damage and ranged attacks. They do require attunement.
Maeve.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to be crossbow Maeve.
I would feel like either the dagger or the braces would be something that Ondros would want. Speaking of Ondros, I'm gonna slip my little note that I got to Arcturus. He gave me this, but then realized that I can't read.
What's this little
So
Maeve?
Ondros has left us. He's coming back, but he left early this morning. He says he has some things he needs to handle and figure out. But he left me this note in typical Ondros style, forgetting that I'm still learning how to read. So if you would please read this to me or us? I guess he said you would know.
I chuckle at when Maeve tells me that it's a typical Andros thing. And I'm giving it a look like, yeah, it is definitely. But yeah, sure, I can read it to you, and to the rest if you agree to that.
I mean, unless you want to read it to yourself and then decide whether it's just for me or for the group. Maybe do that.
Sure.
While that's happening, could I figure out what the tube was?
Yes, yeah, I'll give you that now. The tube is the immovable rod. A flat iron rod that has a button on one end. You can use an action to press the button, which causes the rod to become magically fixed in place until you or another creature uses an action to press the button. The rod doesn't move, even if it is defying gravity. The rod can hold up to 8,000 pounds of weight. More weight causes the rod to deactivate and fall, and a creature can use an action to make a DC 30 strength check to try to move the rod 10 feet.
Holy shit. Question, how big is the rod?
It is roughly like handheld sort of size, kind of like a big like door-like knob, but it's like this sort of wide. And when you click it, it protrudes out further, but not like way further, just like a bit further.
Maybe like bicycle hands?
Yeah,
apart?
probably like maybe like this long total.
Okay.
Which is like what? A couple of feet? 2 feet?
That is bizarre and interesting.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, would you like the letter?
Yes.
Would you like me to read it, or would you like to read it?
Well, I think for the story, it's better for you to read it.
Sure, not a problem. I'll show it to you all, but I'll read it. To everyone, I know this is sudden, but I'm going to speak with Winters to see if I can help him take on White Tusk. I know you'll think this is me being irresponsible, but it's my fault for not only what happened to Erhard, but the constant issues we've run into ever since we entered this city. Not only could this be a chance for me to maybe grow up a little, but also become a better friend to you all. You guys are like a new family to me, and if ensuring this White Tusk is taken care of means our safety, then I'll make sure he's taken off the board. This also gives me a chance to work alongside the Requisition, and see if I can get in their good graces. Me and Bruster will catch up we'll catch up as soon as things are taken care of here. Be safe, everyone. P.S. to Shion. I know we haven't gotten along for the most part, but I genuinely care about you, and I'm thankful you are with us. I'm not sure if this means much to you, but please be safe. Be sure to hold on to the necklace for me. Signed, O and B. And inside, you see a necklace with a wooden carved N on it.
I guess I'll take it.
I think
I'm a
I'll
bit
give it to you.
dumbstruck. Yeah. Guess I'm a bit dumbstruck, but well, that's rather odd considering we were already trying to go after the White Tusk ourselves.
I think he's making sure we don't spend too much time here than needed.
We're going to the council today, right? White Tusk needs to wait.
Yes.
I think that was the plan.
Yeah. So yeah,
But
that's
yeah.
Andros is that's what. Well, he didn't tell me that, but he told me that he would catch up with us. So hopefully all goes well.
Let's hope he succeeds.
Yeah, let him be safe. Let him be safe.
Requisition will keep him safe, hopefully.
And as you mentioned the Requisition keeping him safe, you see the gentleman pulling out vials of liquid and placing them on the table next to him. And you see 9 vials.
How much are they?
I walk over. Because I'm curious to see what he's going to do.
Are you ready to spend some money then?
Spend some money. What do you have in mind, my good friend?
Well, you see, we got 7 regular healing potions here, and 2 of the good stuff, graters. but that's all our stock, you see. And as you can imagine, this stuff wasn't cheap for us to acquire.
Do we hear this? Because
I would say, yeah, you all hear it, yeah.
This is around the table, yeah.
okay. Oh,
Contestant
so
can handle it.
how much was this? Did you say? You said spend some money. Surely it can't be that expensive.
Well, a woman of your stature, I'm sure you've got the coin. 50 gold per potion, 150 for the graders each.
I'm gonna check how much money I have right now. Hang on.
He nods, counting your pennies.
Can I whisper to Maeve? How about we pay in coppers?
We could do that, but you want to try the paperwork first?
Sure.
Stage whisper.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm sure Kingston would be very interested in getting some of Kingsley's information, maybe stuff that he hasn't acquired before. Some inside info.
Yes, I'm sure we can arrange some sort of a trade-off.
Sure. What? Who the fuck's Kingsley?
Obviously, Kingston hasn't informed you of some of his inside business.
Well, yeah, probably not. I don't.
You know how you could maybe go up higher in rank if you gave some special documents to the boss?
Ah, smart. Yeah. Why? What you got?
I'm going to look over at Shion because I'm going to list the things. We've acquired a map of the whereabouts of the Crooked Class hideouts. A letter from Kingsley Cap, probably the most hated man to Kingston. A diary of the dealings of the Crooked Class. Map of the sewers, which is, if you didn't know, the Crooked Class hideout, or basically the way that they move in between. And a list of allies. However, since our mission isn't finished yet, we might want to keep on to that, although I'm sure we can arrange something for you to get that too, once we're finished with it.
So what you're telling me is that Kingsley is part of the Crooked Clasp. Those bastards. I'll have the lot. I'll get you a discount.
I just look at Shion like...
And I'm just like...
I'll give you requisition rates. How about that? 40 gold a piece and 140 for the others.
Contessa butts in and she's gonna make a persuasion check. 35 and 135 for the potions.
Not
Obviously,
cheaper than the bloody requisition.
Well, I mean, you could go up in rank though.
True.
I'm going to whisper to Octurus, like I'm going to nudge him and go, do you think if we paid in coppers that he would count it all?
Can I do a check on the guy just to see how he looks? Is that a perception?
Yeah, roll me insight.
Insight.
Yeah. As you try to really grasp him.
Wait, my rolls I go, yes, awesome. If this happens, my battle rolls will be awesome.
Yeah, and as you're really intently looking at him, and he turns to Contessa as Contessa asks for his price, he says, "You're right. I could go from, stock list check-in to maybe on the front lines. I could be an official member of the requisition. Maybe they give me one of them shiny daggers."
we got a shiny dagger.
You know what else you might want for if you climb the ranks?
What's
I've
that?
got some armor for you if you wanna, take that into discount too.
You've got armor.
I've got some leather armor that I'll give you in trade. You might as well get yourself set up properly.
Look, I can't do any better on the graters. But I'll give you 35 a pop for the little ones. And I want your armor, all them papers, and that fucking shiny dagger of yours, lady. And he gestures to Shion after she said she had one.
God damn
35 a
it.
pop.
How about we give you everything but the dagger? I think she was just bragging a little bit too much.
No, you've told me you've got one. I want it now.
Oh, I can't. And I sort of, I'm wearing a long dress, right?
Yep.
And I sort of, like the split, I sort of open the split, so like the dagger underneath, the dagger that she carries on her hip is showing, and she just plops it on the table.
Roll me a persuasion check. I will say with advantage.
Ooh.
18. As he looks, and yeah, as you put the dagger down on the table, deal. Yeah, sorted. 35 a pop. How many do you want?
All of them.
But you want all 7?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Alright, it's 245 gold then, please. That's why I do the stock checks, you see? Impressed Bobby Math, weren't you?
And at this point, I'll wink at Maeve, and I hope she will catch my.
Contessa's gonna contribute everything she has.
Shall we chuck all our coppers on the table now, darling?
Might as well get rid of it. It's very heavy.
Quick question: how much is 800 copper again?
8 gold.
80.
Always divide by
gold.
10 for the next.
8 gold is 800 copper.
Okay, so 8 gold. And how much is 200 silver?
20 gold.
Okay, 20, 90, 90, 90, 93.
Taurus, can you really quickly look at this list of allies and tell us if there's any need in us keeping this any longer?
Checks list. Looks at
Yeah,
DM in
it's-
confusion.
It is a list of various nobles with addresses and little key bits of information about each of them.
Would there be any names in there that we would recognize?
You would have
me.
to fully study the book for a while.
Oh,
you
look.
just yes, it's a book full of
Okay.
names. Yeah, just flicking through the pages. Yeah, there's just random names, and the book seems quite full. It's probably like 3/4 full of names.
Considering Andros has stayed here to help Windus deal with what's left of the crooked class, maybe it is better staying here.
That's right. Put them books on here and all. Let's go.
I would say
So,
we keep the book with the names.
You want to keep it?
It could get in handy.
You've shown me the book now. Come on.
Oh, you saw her leg. You don't take her leg, don't you?
Wait, whose leg?
The blonde lady.
And he comes up next to you and he whispers and he says, "Wait, look, mate. Look, she might be back in here later. I'll buy her a drink."
Oh, if you take care of her, she'll take care of you.
I ain't gonna kill her.
You better
yeah,
not.
okay, yeah,
But
that makes
hey,
sense.
if you can give her a good discount, then she may be gentle to you.
Are you fucking joking? 35 gold each. That's
a great
dirt cheap.
discount. That's a great discount as Contessa puts up $95 worth of her gold up on the table.
Right, well, that's a part of it. Where's the fucking
Wow.
rest?
Well, the rest.
Wait,
I point to everyone else.
Contessa, where are you from exactly?
Yeah.
I'm from Essen.
Yeah, they do dollars in
What's a
it.
dollar?
Oh, did I say dollar?
Yeah.
Gold.
I glossed over it, but yes. He meant, yeah, it was gold. He said gold, gold.
He said gold dollars.
Gold
From
dollars.
this
Yeah, that's the one.
unique place called Canada. Okay.
Yep. Well, come on in.
Maeve's gonna give all of her coppers, which is 816, which is 8 gold.
Bloody
All
hell.
of her, she's gonna give
You're trying to piss me off.
200. Money is money, right? That's all I've learned about this coin that you guys use.
I'm gonna be here about 2 hours fucking counting it.
That's what you do in stock too, right? You should be good at
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Don't worry about
fucking-
counting it. We tell you how much it is.
But
There's
He's got
220 silver here, which therefore adds to 30 gold.
bloody hell.
And I'll give you another 30 gold, and that's it.
Well, how much
And
is that?
And how much does that make up with my 95?
That's 60
155.
gold in for you guys, just to know, in total.
It's 150.
Well, that don't look enough to me.
155. So
Come
we
on.
need.
No more of these fucking coppers either.
Oh, that's such a shame, darling, as I plop my own bag of coppers
Oh,
on
you
the-
fucker.
Has anyone counted how much we need?
You need like 90. So we gotta wait. 95 plus 60 is 150.
Yeah,
55,
55. I'm asking how much we need.
You need
200.
245 total. And if my
110.
calculations, yeah, about 100, yeah.
God damn it.
Come on!
Come on, guys. We need these. We don't
I'm
want to
gonna
go shopping
fucking, I'm
Be
later.
gonna start
patient, I-
fucking counting this lot. Put your
I
money
have
on the table.
I have to count my share.
Contessa put up almost 100 gold for you guys.
Well, it's good for you. I don't want to spend money on potions. I don't need health
I-
potions
Okay,
right now. Like,
I
Plot
plot
my
my
two
two
platinum pieces there.
There,
There,
no
what
more
can you,
counting,
darling?
darling.
20.
Nice, that makes it a lot easier. And
175.
he picks them up and he bites them and then he puts them back down just to make sure they're real.
Yeah. 175. Alright, Contessa puts her other platinum up there too, so it's 185 now.
Right, great.
So what you need?
Well, there's a lot of coin there.
We need. We're at 185.
About
We need
50?
245.
I'll put
Need
down my
60 gold.
silvers.
Need
How
60
mu-
gold, guys.
How much have you put down?
We put.
100.
Well, that
Can we
ain't a
cut
fucking...
short? Can we cut short on 2 of those potions? Like, I don't know. I have still 1 potion,
You know
and I
what?
don't
You know what?
see
You know,
me
hey,
needing.
hey, you,
What?
right? I'm giving you 6 potions because you're fucking about now. He puts the potion back in the bag.
Which potion was it? They better
We'll
not have been
call
a
it
big potion.
quits.
Cool.
Okay, whatever. Sure.
Very
Sure.
well. So you guys get 6 regular healing potions.
So everybody should take 1.
Yes.
Yes.
Sweet.
We all
Fuck
did
me.
this 444. Okay, wow.
Now, can you lot, please fuck off? Because I've got to count this. All right. I'm gonna spend fucking hours counting this, and if you're a fucking penny short, I'll find you.
I'm gonna giggle and just throw my leather armor at him.
Oh yeah.
Well, not like, but like, you know, where it, like, sort of scats off the table towards. You know, like, it's sort of.
It's happened now. The
Oh,
leather
I thought you
armor just hits him in the face. Oh!
I thought you said it was metal armor.
No, it's leather.
Uh,
He picks up the lever. He's like, "Well, the boys will be well impressed with me fucking eye." And then he sits down and he's just like messing about. He pulls the dagger out. He can't quite look at it properly. He's like, "Yeah, that looks alright." He just puts it down. And yeah, you guys slowly walk away from the poor man who's now going to count a shitload of coin.
And before we leave, are we leaving the room, by the way? Is that the plan?
It's
oh,
up to you.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, we have 1 extra potion because. Yeah. I'll keep that and give it away after in a second.
Yeah. So
Surely.
if we leave the room, the last thing I want to do is like turn around to him and then toss him another copper, just in case you have to find us.
What? as he's so confused as this copper just like hits the pile of coppers and a load of them start falling over, and he's just like, ah. And yeah, he starts counting.
And I just wink and I go back.
Yeah. And you guys leave the requisition?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
As we leave, I will just tell the party about my dream. Kind of like, by the way, if you guys were like confused while I was shouting at the morning, getting up. So yeah, I had a really strange dream, which was like very disturbing. I saw a very familiar face from back in the woods where I grew up and all that. And it seems like he was trying to communicate with me as he was frantically packing bags. And yeah, like he kind of shouted something like, "They know who I am and they're looking for me." So I don't know what exactly it's all about, but it seems to be there might be some trouble following me or someone else. Who knows? But I don't know. I feel like there must be some kind of connection.
You don't
And
think there's already trouble following us as we speak?
well, some extra excitement. And yeah, and then he was attacked in his home by some people that arrived, and then I snapped out of my dream.
Did you
Yeah.
recognize that person at all?
Yeah. It was someone that I grew up with, and he taught me a lot, and yeah, he's pretty dear to me, and yeah, if I ever have the chance to find out what happened to him, but the Feywild, it's
Yeah.
all weird how to even get there, So yeah, I would love to find out more about it. So if anyone hears anything about it, sure, tell me. But for now, I'm just a bit, let's say,
What's the
worried.
person's name? Because how else would we know?
What? What you saying?
What was the person's name?
No, I'm saying about the Feywild, how to get there and stuff.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
Is it possible for us on the way to the council to pick up socks from the oaken stack?
Oh, Socks wasn't there. So Andros wouldn't have petted Socks because he wasn't there. I've just remembered. Yeah. Yes, yeah, you can swing by. Galoin is eating some breakfast with Socks, and he's got a pile of leaves next to him, as well as an owl, which is just in a cage next to him.
Do you want me to take that, Galoin?
Who keeps a random owl?
I assume on the way
not
to the
Bethesda.
Oaken Stack, we also pass by the Featherstone shop, right?
Yeah, it would be on the main strip. That's correct.
Can we pop in? Should we pop in to check about our items that we wanted?
The close sign is still up.
It's still up. Okay, never mind.
It's very early in the morning.
Yeah, it is super early.
Yeah. Did we also, while we are going to the council, did we also decide which item is going to be used by who? Like the items we found earlier, like the earring and such.
No one really has uses for the bracers here besides Andros, but he's not here.
Also, Matt's cam is like, oh, he is moving. Okay.
Andros did mention that he would like the braces, so if anything, we could keep them safe in the wagon. Or someone could use them until he's back, unless somebody really wants them.
Well, I have...
Yeah, or you can wear them for now, yeah.
Was there one other item that we haven't known about yet?
Did we know the cloak? Yeah.
Yep.
There's some extra magical boots.
We also have picked up a necklace, by the way, which we can just sell because it's just nothing. Which we could have given to the guy, but it doesn't matter.
The only thing that you deemed as magical was the boots.
Yeah.
The Shion wanted. Someone could have did that while we were waiting.
Shion already took the armor, darling.
Well, I'm wearing the cloak, because I had a thing with that guy anyway, and yeah, I just felt like entitled.
Then, if you guys are okay with it, I would go for the earring.
Don't you already know the languages though?
Oh, I can read them, but I can't understand them.
Well, for me, I now have like some boots of levitation left over if anyone wants them.
No, you have one boot of levitation over. The other one is not working.
No, it's working. It's just a bit busted. It might misfire.
And I would say this whole conversation happens as you turn up outside the council chambers, as Erhard is shaking the boots in front of you all, as you walk up the very ornate carved steps up to the big, massive, 4-story tall council chambers with a massive, large clock tower just to the left of it. And as you guys get up there, you walk on in. And as the sunlight is no longer shining down on you, your eyes adjust to the interior of this luxurious-looking alabaster building with red tapestries with gold filigree and various other like marble tables and stuff. And behind the desk, you see Estefan Gibblebottom, currently filing some paperwork into a drawer. And as he looks up, he immediately jumps out of his chair and he says, "Well, I did not expect to see any of yous! My word! How are we all? Well, Mauve, Shion, Ervad, Cassandra, Artagan. Where's Dodin? Is Dodin here? I don't see Dodin."
Ross has other business to tend to.
Who?
Dodin.
The locks are
Dodin. Yes. Big old Dodin. God, he's a strapping young fella. Well, yes, he's not here? What a shame.
No, he's on business, but he will be back. You will get his autograph soon.
Well, I'm sure I will, Artagan. Where can I, what can I do to help you? Cassandra, what can I help you with?
We're actually here to help you.
Oh, well, great. What do I need help with?
The sinkhole?
Right. Yes. No, slight amendment. Well, you see, as you declined the offer, we approached another.
Mine. I told you I'm gonna take care of it, and I took the slip off the contract.
Yes, that is correct. Unfortunately, another did approach us, so an amendment to the contract. We can no longer pay the 2,500 gold. We can only pay 1,500.
Fine.
That's completely...
3 dwarves. The hammer shafts came through here. They demanded 1,000 gold up front and 1,500 upon return, if they were to be successful. They, took the 1,000 up front and headed there, middle of yesterday, after speaking to you all in the morning. But, if you are to take on this task, could I ask an additional favor?
Oh,
sure.
We have a researcher, a professor of sorts, that we will be sending to Erentol to figure out why the sinkhole came to be, and to find out why the monstrosities are ascending the earth to attack the village folk.
Ah, you want us to escort them there?
Well, they're quite capable of themselves, but she could use maybe a little hand. As you may have heard, it is rather dangerous. Hence why we have nearly 500 refugees on the outskirts of the city.
Yeah. And how much are you paying us up front to go there?
What? You
you
want money
paid
up
the
front?
dwarves up front.
Well,
You paid
yes.
them up front.
We paid them 1,000. Well, like, we can give you a part of your money. We can give what do you want? 500 up front?
750, half of it.
Sure. Deal. I can do that. Not a problem. Let me just go get Harebell. I'll be two moments. And as you see Estefan power walk off to the side into another chamber, he opens a smaller door inset into a door, and as he walks through that door, you hear as he's just like, very loud speaker, and he says, well, come with me this way, they're here. And then like he walks on out and he holds the door open. And Tim, if you could show our guest, please.
Ta ta la la ta. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da!
This is where it doesn't work.
No, it worked. It worked.
Awesome. Yes. Today, Frith the Traveler will be our guest. So Frith, please, could you describe your character?
Okay. See, we've got she is a older halfling woman. She's sort of getting on for like late middle age, something like that. She's got entirely grey hair, scraped back into a bun, bundled up in clothing, lots of like plain work clothing, pinned together with a little clasp, which has a symbol on it that is repeated across a few of her plain pieces of clothing. Practical little pinafore, baggy trousers, and she's hobbling along, leaning on a very large, heavy staff with giant glasses. She's peering out through them, kind of giving everyone kind of a stern expression as she's coming along.
Yeah, and as you come out of the smaller doorway with Estefan, you all see this older halfling woman start to walk towards you all. And he says, "And here she is. Hebel, introduce yourselves. This is the group. Do you have a group name to refer to all of you, or not? If not, I can call you Dodin and the gang."
No.
But Doden is not here.
You're right, Tagan and the boys.
I'll go with that.
Boys.
We're mainly women here.
You're right.
Let's go for Maeve's Maidens and La Begone.
Maeve's Maidens. Well, there you go.
Perfect.
Hebel, this is Maeve's Maidens. Who's Maeve? I thought it was Mauve.
Mauve Maidens.
Mauve's Maidens.
Mauve's Maidens. What a great name.
This is gonna catch on, and
This is gonna be forever. Anyway, so you were saying how much extra are you paying us for the escorting, by the way?
Yeah.
You want to be paid extra for escorting
Well,
such a lovely woman
what?
here.
A favor for a favor, right?
We taking on extra risk to look after another person.
I don't think I've ever been haggled to save the lives of hundreds of people before.
But they're just a researcher. Why would they save anything?
Prevent anything in future. My word.
You want us to do a job, isn't it?
Fine, I'll give you an additional 100 gold for escorting. You're going that way anyway, right?
Sure.
Yeah, for your other job.
My word, and who knows? Maybe you'll find the... Oh, it doesn't matter.
And what?
Hebel, Mauve's Maidens, they'll be accompanying you to Erentol to hopefully find what caused this sinkhole. It has been a pleasure having your company here, Hebel, but unfortunately, Estefan has much to do.
Right. So we just collect the gold from him, I suppose?
Well, you could wait a minute, Cassandra. I'll get you bloody gold. My word, the young whippersnappers these days.
Stick my hand out to Harabelle, and then wink and go, "Hey, it's Maeve."
It's very pleasant to meet you, young lady. It's very, very, very kind of you to escort me, but I can assure you that I'll try to earn my keep. I'm a lot more helpful than I appear.
Ignore them. They always talk about coin. It's constant conversation.
Ah, I see.
Hey, if we need
I'll try to cost you as less as possible. It's fine.
Don't take it personal.
It's not
You just-
personal, it's business.
You just hear from behind in another room, "Hurrah! But what if you help me with this additional coin?"
Do I get paid?
Testo,
Cassandra, go help.
Here you go. And he passes you a massive sack of copper coins.
What?
What the
no.
hell is this?
No.
Oh,
No.
money's money, isn't it?
No, you wanted to give us gold.
Gold.
Cassandra, you will give what you're given. This is the additional 100 gold pieces, which is in turn 1,000 copper pieces.
I hate
There you go, enjoy. Wait,
So,
no, that's
where's
not
it?
right. Oh my god, it's a lot more than
10,000.
that. It's 10,000 gold copper pieces. There you go.
How on earth are we to drag this all along, darling?
Well, you could
We
leave
can
it
go
here
to the
until you
bank.
return if you like.
No.
Is
no.
this how you treat your folk heroes? By the
No!
way, is that
I only treat the cheeky ones like this, don't I, Cassandra? It's all a bit of fun, and he like nudges your elbow.
As Contessa's fed up and kind of like, I assume there's like an ink, like a pen with an ink thing, and I kind of like accidentally bump it over.
Ah, God damn it! Please, would you just leave? You've done enough.
And then Contessa lifts up the gold sack with more ease than he did. I'm like,
A lot of coin. Spend it well. Ha, that'll teach him.
I'll be letting the candidates know about this.
I'll just walk over to Harebell, and I'm gonna introduce myself as well met, fine lady. My name's Arcturus.
Very pleasant to meet all of you. Now then, do we have a plan for how we're approaching this?
Good
Personally,
question.
do not. I'm free to go with what you
Finally,
feel.
somebody who's asking questions. Question that matter.
On a
Can
horse?
let's go meet with Galoin and fill him in while we discuss this, though.
And get the copper in the wagon.
Yeah.
By the way, I've just, at the gold I figured out how much each of us gets, but I'm not sure about the copper. We'll have to talk about that.
We can probably exchange it at a bank or something. Wait, are there banks in this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So yeah, each of us gets 125 gold with like 125 for Ondros reserved somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
On
we're
the
heading back to the
750
tavern.
roll.
Yeah, and as you all start to walk out, you just see Estefan like peering round a corner, just watching you take the sack. And then the second any of you look back at him, he's like, "Oh!" and like hides back round the corner.
Can I just cast some prestigation and just leave him an odd odor right there?
Yeah, yeah,
Some
sure.
rotten eggs.
And just as you walk out, he's like, "Right, they're gone." And as he steps, "Oh my lord, which one of them left that?" And yeah, he just like holds his nose. He's like wafting the air.
I nudge her hard. Can't you just cast Fireball into there?
I'm pretty sure that will cost more than the copper we just got.
Probably.
And yeah, you guys exit the council chambers, walk out of the confines of it, and start heading towards the Oaken Stag. And as you do start approaching, you look through the big doubled window, and you can see Galoin in there, currently eating what looks to be another meal.
We have
through
breakfast.
the window?
Yeah, you can see him through the window.
Like I'm just asking as we see that, did we have breakfast?
Probably not.
We can
We
have
could do that in a
breakfast
tavern.
anyway.
I could do that in a tavern. For that too.
We got coppers now.
Wow.
Let's spend some coppers.
And yeah, you all walk into the tavern, and you can see Galoin is on a second meal of the morning.
You guys want to eat in here or on the way?
I guess
Ah.
the sooner we get onto the road, the better it is. We might catch up with these dwarves. They have tiny legs.
Yeah.
No offense, darling.
I mean, they're probably
As
in
I
a wagon.
look over at Belle, who's also not very tall.
You also see Galoin go, "None taken."
but-
How about we get some packed lunches and we can get going.
Lloyd, you want to go on an
Excellent
adventure?
idea.
Are we off?
Yeah.
Just for a while, all of us.
Right, hello. And he like gestures towards Harebell and like nods. And you see before you a halfling man in sort of like ruddy sort of clothing, a little bit of a stubble round the face, and like windswept sort of hair, and he just like nods to you and smiles.
I'll go. Is there a barman at the or is any like?
Yeah, there's
member of
waiters and
staff?
waitresses. Yeah.
I'm gonna toodle on over there really quickly. Excuse me.
Fiddle on?
Pull it over.
Yeah, and as you do, there's a human man. He's like, hello there.
Any chance you could get us 7 packed lunches really quickly?
Packed lunches.
For breakfast, whatever. It's something that we can take quickly on our way.
Sure. Yes, by all means. Do you want it on your tab?
How much
We'll
would it
pay
be?
in cash.
Yeah.
Very well. And he brings out a load of like sandwiches, basically, and some dried jerky, and he puts them on the side. That'll be 8 silver, 3 copper.
Do we pay in copper?
We pay in
No.
copper.
Of course,
Yeah,
you're paying
yeah.
copper.
Darling. 83
83
coppers.
copper. Yeah.
Okay. Paid in copper. Who's got
so-
the copper thing on
I
there?
will pay. I will pay with.
Okay.
like,
Mark it
How
on the
much-
sheet.
Copper, okay.
83.
Yeah, as Galoin picks a load of sandwiches up and starts walking them out towards the wagon. And he leads you to the stables, which he has been having the horses in. Yep.
Sorry, what's the name of the Frith again?
Harebell Landy, which you
I
would
need
see
to write that down
on the
somewhere.
overlay.
What does it in there?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
It's so
before we-
small.
I want to hand Harabel a healing potion that we got from the requisition. You might need this.
Yeah, Heba will take it and put it in a scrappy little satchel. So that's very, very kind of you to think of me. I'll try not to be that much of trouble for your party. I promise this is very, very over the top.
Speaking of, what is it exactly that you can do?
Oh, as you may have noticed, I'm a slightly older lady, but that does not mean I am not physically capable, small as I am. But I can have some other powers to do with the nature of life and death a little bit. Yeah. Let's just say I tend to skew towards the healing and life aspect rather than the other. That is for emergencies.
Well, you haven't got to worry about the other. These lot do that well enough.
So,
I'm bad people. Bad people. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a good
Clarifying that-
detail there. Thanks, Galoin.
Yeah. I'm trying about.
just clarifying, we brought Sigvard's payment for us too, right? And I brought my owl.
You did bring your owl, Contessa.
From the
Oh, my
from
apple's
the
with me.
rooms. Yeah, you bring all
Yeah.
the guys. Yeah, he's already loaded it into the wagon.
Okay, cool. Just
He's sorted you
making
all
sure.
out. Yeah. And he's like, well, who's sitting up front with me? Harebell, would you care to join me?
Yeah, Heba will hop up.
Yeah, and Galoin makes sure that the seat's a little cleaner than usual. He like scrubs a little bit before you sit on it, and then he sits up there on the 2 seats at the front.
I would summon Kata as well.
Yeah.
And as a flick of my finger, poof.
Well, Olaf is obviously with me as usual, and just
Yeah.
Olaf,
around
so
my
we don't-
shoulders just for detail.
Well, Socks is obviously back with a heartfelt little morning hello we had earlier.
So while this is happening too, I guess finally instead of having my owl be caged for all of its life, I'm gonna let it out and let it
Hi,
fly
owl.
with us.
And I'm
Okay, so
gonna say
you
very
let it out?
sarcastically, like say, Contessa,
Yeah.
I didn't know your owl can fly.
Yeah.
I need you to make me an animal handling check, please, Contessa.
Oh God.
Bye bye.
Probably.
He dies.
Yep. He does.
The owl goes to peck at your hand immediately as soon as you get your fingers in the cage, and as you quickly open the door, it steps out and it like looks at you dead in the face and just stares at you.
I hold out some of the food I was giving for it onto my arm, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I put some on my arm.
And when it gets onto your arm, you hear it scratching on the gauntlet, like it's like a deep groove onto your gauntlets as it starts to eat the food, but its eyes are always watching you. And it stretches its wings out, but it does not fly.
Probably hates me at this point.
I'm giggling at this, and I'm gonna whistle as
Wait,
I
what?
animal handle 2 to your
Oh my
owl that is unnamed.
And as its head
Tinko.
turns,
It's Tinko.
it hears the whistle and it flies over to you and lands on the side of the wagon right next to you, Maeve.
Contessa, what's the name of your owl?
My owl's name is Tinko.
Tinko.
Tinko. We just
Tinko.
haven't had we just haven't had the time or place to really have the owl out.
Are you going to use animal speech on the owl?
Yep. Yeah. Your once per day.
My once per
Okay.
day.
Yep.
Tinko is your name, I hear.
The owl looks at you.
Contessa, who just let you out of your cage, she's getting used to animals. Don't be too mad. You'll be flying around a lot more. If not, I'll make sure you will be.
That monster has kept me within my cage for weeks. Days. It's felt like an eternity. I have been imprisoned, and only recently been freed. To what avail I am unsure.
If you're ever in the cage and you need to go out, I might not understand your words like I do now, but if you whistle at me directly, I will let Contessa know to let you out. You will not be caged anymore like you have been.
Can I hear this?
You don't. Yeah, you only hear
Can hear
Maeve
Maeve.
side. Yeah.
While she's saying that, I'd like to tell Maeve. Well, I guess Tenko can understand me. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna tell Maeve. It's just I wanted to keep Tenko safe because we've been in such dangerous situations constantly. Wait, it hasn't been weeks. Wait, what? Wait, no, that's meta. Sorry.
The owl continues to speak. It feeds me, but locks me up. I feel like a prisoner.
I'll get one thing straight with you. You should be able to fly out and catch anything you want. But don't ever, ever put your claws into socks. Or you will be fine.
What
And I
is
point
a
over to
socks?
socks. I point over to socks. That is my friend. That is not food. If you do that, I will make sure you can be flying and free and can go out and catch your own prey.
Very well. But I wish to fly at night.
I'll make sure to let your feeder know.
My captor, yes.
Yes.
The owl glares at Contessa once more. Glares at its cage, and then looks back at you, Maeve, for just a moment before it stretches its wings and flies into the air for the first time since you bought it.
I'm sorry.
I will quickly inform Contessa of the owl's wishes to fly at night and only be caged if it's really necessary. And that it's also not allowed to eat socks.
Okay. Perfect. As I kind of I guess, hide the cage with the other cargo, just to I don't know.
It makes sense that if we go into a tavern, that owl might not be able to fly, but just have it out otherwise.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as all this is happening, you guys are riding through the streets of Arkenvale, and you finally get to the gates, and you can see there's still quite a long queue of people trying to get in, refugees being turned away without any immediate family in the city, and you guys head on out into the wilds, per se.
To the unknown.
Into the unknown, as you guys eventually get to a big stone bridge, and there's guards patrolling the bridge, and there's quite a few people about. And yeah, you start going across the river, over towards the northern area of Arantis. And while this is happening, Galoin turns to Hairbell as you're traveling along the road, and he just is muttering quietly to you. He's like, do you know what you've got yourself in for with this lot?
Hairbell's probably flipping through her own personal journal at this point and just kind of looks over as like, don't worry. There are many situations I've already been in, and this is just another situation. This will be fine. I assure you.
Right, well, just to let you know, that's Erhard, and she points towards Erhard in his patchwork clothing. He's nice enough, plays some music, a little bit on the wild side. You never really know what's going to happen next. That's Contessa. She's real strong, real powerful, but she sometimes steps in not always the best of moments, but she means well. She means well. We'll save her. That's Maeve. Maeve's the sweetest person you'll meet. Lovely. Comes across a little bit what's the word? Inexperienced in maybe civilizations. She only just found out what coins were. That's Arcturus. I actually don't know what he is. But he's really friendly, really smart, and he's blue, and he shoots like beams of light out of his hands. Pretty cool. And that's the one I skipped earlier. Shion. She is really nice, but don't piss her off.
Maeve was like, yeah, Hairbell was kind of looking over his shoulder, looking at them, like trying to check faces, like, yeah, Eve, check, check, and then turns around and is like, okay. That's noted. That's noted. And you are? You haven't mentioned yourself.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm Galoin. I'm their wagon driver.
Ah, I see. So
I look after the horses and the animals and the wagon while they're off doing God knows what.
God knows what indeed. But it's an admirable job. I'm sure you do it very well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. No, it's quite. I get to see the lands a bit. It's all right. Yeah. Also, what's your opinion on slavery?
Hairbell looks a little bit taken aback, and sits for a second, staring into the distance, possibly. Just
right. Yeah, that's how I thought when I first joined the group. Now we just don't mention it. Just thought I'd give you a heads up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would come up in conversation, but
yeah, well,
noted.
Neither did I when I first met him, to be honest. It's quite the topic.
Yes.
Every other day.
I was going to say, it does not seem to be the kind of conversation that will come up in everyday parlance, I have to say. But I will take note of that and remember to not bring it up again.
Oh, also, if they bring up Ondros, he's a really loud, stealthy elephant man. A Loxodon, I believe they call him. I've only ever met him before, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, a Loxodon, interesting.
Oh, you know of them?
Well, I'm a researcher, so I've heard of and taken notes on a great many things across lands, and I've never met a Loxodon before, though, but that's very interesting. You have a Loxodon with you normally.
Yeah, it's bizarre, really. Him and the blue one definitely get the most attention from outsiders.
It does call attention a little bit. Did you say he's meant to be the stealthy one?
Yeah, meant to be.
Oh, see.
He's definitely the loudest as well. But yeah, that's it really. That's also Socks. He's a mushroom man. Likes leaves, and yeah, yeah, the other one has a little dragon as a pet. It's kind of a bit wild. But yeah.
It does seem to be an interesting mix of people, but it'll make for an interesting journey for sure.
Yeah.
To have made your travels a little bit more interesting, I have to say. I don't know where your situation was before this, but it must be interesting to be traveling with such an, what's the word, eclectic group of people.
Yes, it's very very different from my old lifestyle. And while this conversation's going on, Frith, would you like to roll me a perception check, please?
Okay, I can do.
First roll.
Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna try and put up a little bit with my lack of knowing anything about
That's
role-playing,
okay.
but-
So when you pull up your character sheet, you should on the left-hand side you'll see it'll say saving throws and skills, and perception.
Whoops, wrong one. My trackpad being a pain in the butt.
I will convince the game to tell me what I see.
Sorry, my trackpad's a bit bonked. Hang on.
That's all right.
There we
No
go.
worries. Brilliant, yeah. And as you're looking on, you can see probably about another 200 yards ahead what looks to be like a pile of twigs, some fur, and some hair just in the center of the road.
Okay. Hell's just kind of gonna at the end of the conversation, just at that point, is just gonna kind of slightly swat Galoin's hand and sort of like, is this something you would have expected? Or should we?
What is that?
Exactly. Is that? And Hera's going to turn over and sort of look back into the wagon. Anyone make any heads or tails of this? What exactly have you heard about where we're going? Is this normal?
So, what's on the ground again?
You see like a bundle of like twigs. You can see some hair in there. Now that I'll say that the wagon has stopped before you get to it, you see a couple of feathers sticking out of it as well, and what looks to be like some like grass and just like a various mixture of like earthy sort of substances in the center of the road.
That could be a herbalism kit or belongings of a herbalism kit.
Contessa is gonna hop off the wagon and investigate closer.
Yeah, and once you get closer, about 200 yards or so, you do walk up. Is anyone going with Contessa?
Yep,
Yeah.
I am.
Awesome.
I have it. I'll go as well then.
Yeah, sure. So Erhard and Shion relax in the wagon now that they have a little bit more room. And the rest of you walk on over. And you can see a very large, partially destroyed nest in the center of this road.
Nest?
And it's currently upside down.
Ooh.
Maeve's gonna kick into nature and first of all do a nature check to see if she could tell if this is like maybe a crow's nest or what kind of bird. Is it got sparkly stuff or just like hairs? Which is nature, right?
Yeah, nature check. And if anyone else would like to do a check of some sorts regarding what the properties of this nest could be or where it came from, by all means, roll nature or a survival or even a perception check just to see what else you see.
Can I roll an investigation to see if there's footprints or anything?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, not a problem. So Arcturus and Contessa investigate. Maeve does nature. Heather, what would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna go with nature as well then.
Sure.
There we go.
Thank God.
As you guys you bend down, Maeve, you looking upon this nest. It's either this bird was trying to make the biggest nest possible, or this is a big bird. Like this is if this is only part of it, because some of it's not there, it's just like some of it's destroyed. You looking at this is one hell of a bird, perhaps. Arcturus and Contessa, the pair of you are surveying the ground, and Contessa, you you're not quite sure how it got here, but it doesn't look like anyone has paid it any mind. There are footprints that go past it of people traveling along the road, just ignoring it in the middle center of the road. But Arcturus, from the way that some of the pieces of wood have broken, you believe it's probably fell from the sky. Just from looking at it. And at this, and as Arcturus says this, Hebel, you know exactly what type of creature nests in a nest such as this. You've lived in these parts and quite close to the cloud-top peaks, where you know Griffin's nest. And as you look at this rather large nest, which you think is probably maybe only a third of what remains, you spot something beneath it. And as you pull back the nest ever so slightly, you see one still intact egg.
You can raise a griffin.
Well, let's hope
Okay.
you don't raise it like you did
But-
your owl.
but all around it are like shattered egg pieces. And you see like little bits of blood and some feathers, and from your nature check as well, there's clearly been a tussle where a griffin has grabbed part of a nest and just pulled it away in some sort of fight, and as they've flown off of it, they've dropped it just as they were flying away. And somehow this egg has kept intact, but the rest are shattered.
Okay. Apple's gonna just sort of follow the closest people to her and eyes to the skies, everyone. This is a griffin's nest. And use her staff to just kind of poke some of the twigs out of the way and point to the egg.
Tessa's just gonna point out that we fought a griffin not too long ago. Like, was it a week ago, maybe?
It would have been, I think, 6 days ago you fought the griffin. No, it isn't. Yeah, you're right. Exactly 7 days.
You think this could have been maybe part of their nest and another griffin destroyed it as it was empty? Because nobody returned to it?
Could be. Could. Are griffin? Does Contessa know if griffins are territorial like that, or not?
From your investigation check and your knowledge of nature, I would say no. But as you make a comment of, well, maybe they're territorial, you would know, Hebel, that they are in fact very territorial, and usually they liked to keep their nests up in the mountains, and the cloud-top peaks is a perfect space for them. However, when griffins get of a certain age or pass away due to illness, other griffins usually do expand territory.
Interesting. You've said you've come across a griffin recently. Then this is interesting. This has been dumped here somehow.
We killed 2, right?
Yeah, we didn't
Ooh.
just come across. We killed 2. We were attacked.
We were defending ourselves.
Oh, I see.
Guys.
I see. It's very understandable. They're quite dangerous.
It feels wrong to leave this here, but I feel like that could also be dangerous.
Oh yeah, true.
I'd rather know what you mean. It's be very
Something-
interesting for study perspectives, but at the same time, I feel like that would be inviting more trouble.
Can I do a perception check to see if anywhere around me there's anywhere that looks like a broken nest or anything? Anywhere that it could have come from?
What is the
Uh,
terrain like around us right now?
It is quite hilly, very hilly terrain, long like fields. And as you're looking around, you see a bird in the sky, and you're convinced for just a moment, but then it is just a regular bird, very high in the sky. And yeah, you know that the cloud-top peaks are just maybe 5 or 6 hours to your east. Very easily, a griffin could have ripped a nest from there and perhaps flown over towards the Ashen Peaks to make a new nest or anything like that.
Contessa's gonna, I guess, pick up the egg. Well, if we leave it here, it's just gonna get crushed.
I don't think I
Ah.
can. I don't want to. I don't want to leave it to die. I also don't want to leave it on the side of the road. I want to take it.
Yes, as much trouble as it would potentially cause, I don't feel right leaving it here.
I guess Contessa goes to put it in her cage, in Tanko's cage.
Oh no,
Keep it in there.
no, Contessa, we're not putting it in the cage. We're keeping it warm. If it has
Where-
any,
Where
if
are
you
you gonna
have,
keep it?
well, we'll put my clothes around it. I don't care, but we can't you leave it cold. Maybe your owl will want to sit on it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The owl can. When
The
it goes
owl.
in-
I'm guessing this egg is about this big.
Well,
Probably.
It's a pretty big egg, yes.
and Contessa, just a question, but is your owl, is it a dude or a dudette?
I don't think I've checked what gender Tanko is.
It's white, right?
You might want to check.
It's white, right? Yeah.
It's like Tanko flying
mean-
around.
Probably white owls are always almost always male.
We'll keep it warm ourselves. We won't put it in a cage.
Okay. Well, let's continue on.
Yeah, and as you go back to the wagon and you plonk this massive egg into the back, and Erhard and Shion just see them putting an egg, and they all run back into the wagon.
I just say to Erhard, what did they find? An egg? Are we going to bring more creatures with us?
Supper. Anyways,
No.
as
I
as
like
we're
the way
sitting
you think, darling.
as we're sitting in the back of the wagon, kind of like waiting for them, can I rummage around if I see those boots that we found in the
I
sewers?
was gonna say I want to see what they
Yep.
during our travels.
Because I would like to just like
I will say
Look
after the
around
next,
with them,
yeah, the
yeah.
next bit of travel, you definitely get to identify what they are, and they are the boots of climbing. It gives they're not attunement required, but it gives advantage to athletics checks made to climb.
That'd be
That's
nice.
what it does.
for him.
sure. I guess I would tell the rest, and if no one wants them, I will wear them. But I don't know.
It'd
'Cause I'm
help
not the
me in
greatest
my
climber.
armor.
Well, did you
Help
fall
me
in
in my
the
armor.
did you fall in the sewers?
I didn't try anything in this.
Who did fall in the sewers? Maybe he could
Oh,
use
you
it.
meant the ladder
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Fine. I guess I hand them over to Contessa.
Well, I mean, it just with my armor, it helps.
But yeah, you give them to Contessa, and yeah, they're like brown heavy boots with pieces of metal on them, like on the like steel toe caps almost, but there's metal all around the sides, and then underneath there are like grips underneath that basically just support you as you walk.
Are they clean?
They are, yeah, they're very clean.
Okay.
But yes, as you guys continue on, you eventually hit nightfall, and you all pull up a wagon on the side of the road and begin to setting up a campfire. As Galoin is going to fetch some firewood from a nearby tree, and he seems to be coming back, and you're all getting your tents and your bedrolls set up. Is there anything you would like to do this evening?
Reminisce about feather beds.
Okay, we spent a couple days in that city. I think you'll be good for a couple days.
But the floor is cold and there's no mango salad. I haven't had a mango salad.
There
in
hasn't
months.
even been a mango salad in the city
I haven't
too.
had one in months. Do you have any idea how hard this is for me?
Actually, no.
No, we don't.
I would like to try and, I don't know, practice a little routine or something with my flute. And I kind of noted the names that Estefan pronounced for our group, and I'm just trying to like rhythmically put notes to the different names of Shion and Dondi and Cassandra and Artican and Mauve, and just like strut around the camp a bit and play around and have like a little jump with like clicks of the heels in between and just do like
roll me a performance check as you're dancing around the campfire. Let's see how entertaining it is for the rest of the troop. It's not bad. You've definitely heard him play better, and maybe it's because he's trying to incorporate your names like Shion and Dodin and Dondi and all the different names
Cassandra.
that Cassandra. Like, it's such a hard name just to add in, and Artagan and Mauve. And yeah, but it's entertaining at the very least.
Yes.
Can I just sort of look towards Hairbell and ask, so what's he called you, darling?
Honestly, I can't remember half of the names he's used for me. He didn't get one of them right, I'm fairly sure, but he's a little bit of a stuffed shirt, so I didn't pay too much attention to him.
That sounds like an accurate description.
I guess while that's happening, I am going to try to interact with Tenko if Tenko's even flying around this area.
Yeah, no. Tenko is flying around and occasionally lands, and it just stares at you for a moment.
I'm going to try to whistle like Maeve did and roll an animal handling.
Yeah, animal handling check, please.
Just and I'm gonna point out my arm again.
It stares at you, and then it catches something out of the corner of its eye, and it just shoots off, flying towards something. And then a few moments later, you see it come back, and it has caught a mouse, a field mouse, and it has caught one in its talon, and it appears to be dead.
Still hold up my arm, I guess.
And as you hold out your arm, it like uses one of its talons and just pierces through the field mouse while staring at you.
I keep holding my arm out.
Yeah, nothing happens. Tenko does not come to you. Unfortunately, because it's been in a cage for a while, you're rolling these at disadvantage.
Oh!
Yep, which is why it doesn't come to you, because you got a 6.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, I mean, at least the interaction.
This creature hates you.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
At the minute. But yes, as you guys rest for the evening. Yeah.
Did we split the money yet? Like, just to make sure we all add it to our sheets.
So
I did that.
Copper.
So we got 125 gold each from the upfront payment, if I calculated it right, and someone will have to keep the extra 125 for Ondros, obviously. So I divided by 6.
I'll keep that.
We have a magical creature floating in the air speaking to us in terms. He can do that.
What?
And sorry, what?
Yeah, we have some kind of god figure among us, right? Like some sort of narrator who pinpoints us where to go.
How much copper do we get?
And we each get 1,666 coppers, I believe.
Jeez.
And again, one of that for Ondros.
1,666.
Yeah, and Hairbell, while this is all going on, you can just see Erhard counting countless copper pieces and pushing them into piles of 6.
Oh my god. There's no way we counted up 10,000.
Yep. Erhard just said it. He counted
I
them.
know, but can you
It took him
imagine?
a whole day.
I was sitting in a wagon, like,
Yeah.
And
Can
yeah,
I
is there?
investigate the egg? Maybe sort of hold it up, not on the fire, but like have the reflection, see if there's like a heartbeat, anything that we can see any movement. So you know how you
Sure.
see through the shell?
Yeah. Roll me a Survival or nature check? I'll let you choose. To see if you can discern. Okay. You hold the egg up, and there is definitely an outline. An outline of something. But you can't hear a heartbeat.
Okay.
Rebel, would you check the egg out a little bit more? Since you're
Sure. I'm know a little about many kinds of healing, so I'll give it a go. And Hairball is going to try and do the same thing, but try and see if her drift globe will help and get a better look at the inside of it.
Yeah, so what does your drift globe look like?
It gives off I believe you could set it to do whatever kind of light
Yeah.
you want it to do, but usually at the moment just like bright as it can be, like almost like a fluorescent light bulb kind of. And yeah,
Is yours in the shape of a sphere?
yes, it's like a crystal ball, and it's got, I'd say it probably have like a almost like a macrame netting around it so that she could grab hold of it if need be. But yeah, she'll activate it and just have it hover in the air and try and examine the egg around it.
And as you use that that particular light where you can angle it in whatever way that you want, yeah, by all means make your nature or survival check.
I'll give nature another go because that seemed to work quite well last time, and this is where it goes very badly.
Ooh!
Or not.
first nat 20.
Ooh! Yeah,
Well, there we go.
well, as you hold up and you get the light, and you keep changing the brightness of the light as you're trying to get the shape and try and listen. You hold on to it, and it seems like a few minutes or so, and you can hear the faintest heartbeat. However, because you did get a nat 20, you do notice the heartbeat is weak.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say you would know that the egg needs to be kept warm. It needs to be wrapped up, and you think with time it could strengthen, but it's probably been on the road for a few days. Just left there.
Yeah. Hairball's gonna relay that to the group and just kind of casually shrug off the hood and shawl she's wearing and wrap the egg up in it. And just hold on to it for a minute.
I guess Contessa's will just try to lay on hands the egg, if that even works.
Oh,
Well, I had a similar thought as she's doing that. My prestigation can warm a 1 cubic foot of non-living material. I mean, the shell is non-living, so I would like to just try and do that.
I will
Just
say
warm it a bit.
you
Not
can
too much.
You can warm the shoal that Hairbell's put round it to keep the egg warm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that way, yeah, you keep it warm. You put lay on hands. How many points do you want to put in?
I'll put all 25.
You put all 25 divine healing into the egg? Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
it's nice,
And as you hold the egg and you feel ever so slightly this very faint heartbeat. And yeah, you administer all 25 hit points into the egg. Yeah.
I guess Contessa kind of just feels better that she's done that, and even if it doesn't do anything, but we're doing the best we can to keep it alive.
And you guys bed down for the evening, getting yourselves in your various tents, which Andros had carried with him through the sewers. And now you all have your own individual tents, and all your bedding and everything, and you bed down for the evening. And that, I think, is a great time to take a quick 5 or 6, 7-ish minute break. So, guys, we'll be back in 5 or 6, 7-ish minutes. Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, and we'll be back in a minute. Don't go to bed. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
I will dip in the jar and just put it down for him to eat from.
Yeah, he starts eating it. Erhard, can you roll me 2d6, please?
Me? Sure.
Yep.
What have you done?
The frog dies.
Whoops.
Oh my god.
Okay, guys, don't eat it. Whoops.
Oh!
I liked it.
We got a performance.
I kind of like quickly motion her to put those down. And I look at the man.
Looks back at you like, the fuck?
I look at the orc man. I'm like, she's new around here. She doesn't know what that means. We're gonna go. Your problem was with me, not her, by the way. So how about you don't bring her involved? And I kind of scurry her along. I scurry her out. Like,
He looks very confused. But yeah,
And I just sort of walk off and I'm like, ah, new greeting.
And as you guys get outside, the stood walking his way through the tavern. You see Alistair start walking towards the doors, and he stops as the two guards look towards him, and the doors close behind them.
On second thought, I'll go with you guys. We can just go ahead and head that way. You know, we'll just we could let's just move on. Let's not waste our time here, right? Let's just not waste our.
Ross?
Yes, what do you need, babe?
Have you seen socks? I can find them anywhere.
Oh my god, if you gave me some Starbucks, maybe I'll tell you what size is.
Well, what's a Starbucks?
Oh my god, you don't know what Starbucks is? This girl's from Wacky Town. Oh my god, like, Starbucks is like the best thing ever created. Like, oh my god, back in my tribe, we had so much Starbucks every fucking day. So tell me, listen, lady, just listen. If you give me some Starbucks, you know where the towns are. Just give me some Starbucks, and I will give you socks.
What do you mean you'll give me socks, Don Ross? What are you on about?
Listen, I might know where Socks is, but because me and Socks were having my last cup of Starbucks. Oh my god! And let me tell you something. If you just give me some Starbucks, some more, I will give you socks.
Then it's the gingerbread men's turns, who start ripping their limbs off and throwing them at you.
Santa, can you please shoot Santa?
Did you see Santa? Ho, ho, ho! That is where the curtains close.
Melody is just drooling. Melody is drooling, guys.
And that is the end of the session, guys. It went on way later than it was meant to. I'm really sorry, but I wanted to finish that up. So yeah, thank you very much for sticking around. That was fun.
And we can kill him forever. If we can plan this right.
Tablet.
Was
Yeah.
that
And I
before
have
and
to
after
stone-
you already took his side, or what was it?
No,
What did you decide to be like,
Don
you know
Ross.
what? You know what?
Wait,
Maybe
Don
maybe
Ross,
I'm
Don
on
Ross,
this side of
calm.
the plan here. You
No,
was on his side before he walked over to you and started talking to you. You
Okay,
already
Don
bowed
Ross.
out. You already bowed out to him before.
No,
I
this is
watched
where
it.
your
I was
child
looking from
brain
the back.
takes over your little peanut brain. Don Ross, listen to me, right? You've been on this earth longer than me, but you don't understand shit. Listen, you need to listen. You need to figure out what the hell is going on before you draw your conclusions or your bow. Okay?
There is
So
a
that's what
conclusion.
we're doing.
That dude's the
That's
cause
what
of
we're
the bad
doing.
shit that's happening to these people, and we just let them walk
are not
out
the
free
cause
just
of
to
this.
continue to do bad shit.
Don Ross, Don
Up the carpets.
Sure, as there are people eating in the cafeteria, and you just start pulling all the carpets up, and they're like, wow, 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 wow. As like you just start pulling them, and they're like falling over, and food's going everywhere.
Wow, 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 wow. I like that. I'm gonna write that in my new song.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you can come as a guest.
We'll put one of my CDs in that one. Don't you worry.
Eggnog, you're up.
Yes. I should be able to actually, like, I'm gonna follow Bud because, you know, I saw him running over there. So I'm gonna go over here, which is like 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
rip, Eagle. Oh god.
Okay. And then I'm gonna attack the two gingerbread thingies. With my short sword, which I renamed to Short Candy because I thought why not. And I will go for a sneak attack.
Am.
And
That's you good.
if it's not dead, I will also attack it with my
Ashriel.
The way that you say that, it almost sounds like you're calling me an asshole.
What's an asshole?
I approve.
It's Ashriel.
Passionate sounds fine.
Think of L'Oreal, but Ash at the beginning.
Maybe it's because you're worth it.
Well, I am.
I'm sorry.
Ashriel, I believe
yes,
the gnolls and the villagers can.
You can go this one, yeah, that'll be fine. Because if you go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, yeah, that's actually just bang on.
Yeah. All right. I'll move there.
Okay.
And I'll
yeah.
just, I don't know, check the surroundings or like just, I'm aware of something more.
Yeah, you can hear more and more stuff coming from this way.
Good. Yes. I guess.
At the end of that, Melody.
Yes. Like Eagle, also playing through Breath of the Wild, but not for the first time, and also not trying to rush through it because it's my third time going through it. I am currently suffering through what we know as the Sword Trial.
Ones that are here. So for now, we end combat.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Swarm is also dead.
What about the Swarm?
It's a swarm.
Wait there. Oh, I just got rid of them all. No! Wait, can I bring them back? Oh, I completely forgot about the swarm. Okay, I think next up was
me.
Alfred. Yes, it was Alfred. Alfred, yeah, you're up. I completely forgot about the swarm.
Sorry.
Nature, yes. It has a magical nature of it, yes.
Oh wait, let me just cat, shut up. There we go.
Also, do you have some animals rocking around here?
Yes, my cat, Mittens. It's just over there. He's playing with his favorite toy.
Oh, bless you, cat.
He's lovely. Oh, he answered.
It's a very responsive cat.
Yes, tell me about it. But yes, follow me to the arcade section. Like I said, there's a limited Mittens. Come along then, and he leads you to the arcade library. In this public library, there is only a small section because from your brother Santa.
From your beautiful, handsome brother Santa, you ugly fucker! And you don't fire one!
It'd be so funny.
Come on, you gotta hit.
Please!
Welcome back! Welcome. Tell us what drinks, tell us what snacks, tell us all the good stuff that you just went and got during this little break. What did we get, guys? We got Doritos, we got Lay's, we got a cup of tea or coffee, we got cheese.
Chocolati.
What is that?
Chocolati? Is that chocolate?
It's Caribbean chocolate liquor.
Oh,
That sounds like it.
Cool. What did you get? A
Very
double
chocolate.
decker. Let's go.
The only way to go.
Yeah,
What the hell's a double decker?
double deckers are good. That's an English chocolate.
What is it?
Yeah, that's not a
Something,
candle.
something Cadbury's doesn't let overseas apparently because no one else has ever heard of one.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, they're pretty good.
I've heard the name before.
Like was it like cereal balls and like nougat and chocolate?
Yeah,
it's good
It's
stuff.
pretty good.
It
Yep.
looks like a double decker sandwich. This is good.
Is it like a Mars? Like it kind of looks like a Mars from the
Ooh.
wrapping.
Yeah, it kind of is. There's like caramel and the nougat stuff in there, and there's also
Yeah.
like
It's a-
biscuity cereal balls in
They're
there.
super chewy, but
Mm.
they're nice.
It'd be like a
They are
It's
Snickers.
very like toffee.
Yeah, very toffee. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. Right. Well, anyway,
Kitty. Kitty
we
snack.
oh, the kitty's here. Cater is here to join. But yes,
It's Cater and
we
cat
will
form.
carry on. Yeah, Cater and cat form. We will continue on as you all awake from your slumber. You pack away your tents, you clear the campground, and you begin heading off back towards Erentol. You do know that is Erentol is just over a day away from this point. And as you all load up into the wagon and start heading on towards your location, is there anything anyone would like to do today?
I think personally I would like to, I don't know, like have a chat with the group. Like what we heard about the Erentol itself. Like I recall hearing that there was like troglodytes showing up. So if anyone knows stuff about that, feel free to share, like behaviorisms or whatever.
I look
Because, yeah.
directly at Parabel and I'm like, you probably have abundance of information.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna grab a journal out of her bag and sort of flip through it a little bit and see if she can remember things. I'm predominantly looking for information about medicine, but I might have come across something about troglodytes, was it?
Yeah.
And she'll see if she can recall something, which is that.
Sure. I will let you. You can choose to make a. Let's do a history check to see if you can recall anything from your research or findings over the years.
Awesome. Okay.
Oh, 21.
There we go.
Yeah, you knowing some of the information of what's happened to Erentol currently, you did a little bit of research beforehand and found out that the name for the creatures was troglodyte indeed, and you decided to see if there were any written accounts on what they can do and what sort of abilities they have. And something that you do know is that troglodytes have a skin similar to chameleons, and they can quite often blend in with their surroundings. They are particularly deadly and very stealthy creatures, which does explain why maybe the town of Erentol has struggled so much with killing them, because not only do they have to fight them, but they also have to find them before they're killed. So it does make sense. The other thing that you would have picked up on, because you got a 21, very high roll, they do not like direct sunlight. They seem to struggle. They are cavernous creatures, and therefore seeing the sunlight and being out in the sun is testing on their eyesight and their physical bodies. They struggle with the heat of the sun and the glare of the light. And the final thing you would know, because you went over 20, is they have an incredible stench.
Oh.
There are rumors and there are passages throughout some of the books that you read on that being too close to them can make you incredibly sick, can make you very ill, and for a time can make you vomit and the like. So you do know that their stench is horrific.
Ooh, okay. It's great news all around then. Okay. I was going to flip through a book and then looks over the party. He's like, aha, that will explain why they're having such trouble. Okay. Can camouflage themselves. They smell enough to make one ill. Let's say this.
Let's go home.
We're going to have to think of some kind of strategy to deal with this. This is not good news.
You just have to take them out from afar, I'm guessing. The problem is finding them, like you mentioned.
Yes.
Did you not smell them before?
Yes, exactly.
Just point Shion in the direction Shion will tell us.
If Shion walks the other way, we go the opposite way.
I will just tell Olaf, have your nose extra sharp today.
Yes. Yeah, This note here that I've taken down as well also mentions that because they're cave-dwelling creatures, they do not do well in bright light. Now, if if there were a way of taking them out of their natural habitat, would that make them easier to deal with? But the problem would be doing this in the first place. It's sounds like a lot of effort, but it might be a little easier than trying to deal with them where they're comfortable.
Well, there is a sinkhole, right? So I assume that's where they came from if they avoid sunlight, right? Like from below?
Yeah, so I would assume
Yes.
so. It's a cavern system or something. Perhaps it even connects to the Underdark, who knows?
Did they mention do they come out at night to terrorize Arentol? That would seem logic, right?
I believe you were told that, but I'm not 100% sure. But it would be logical, yeah.
Yeah. What Harabel says makes sense. But what would a way to drive them out would be setting their nest on fire. I just feel like breaching the nest, if it's a sinkhole, might be really difficult. Before we get there, we might have as well dealt with them.
So
It would
jump
be,
in
it would
the
be nice to spin their
sinkhole and
numbers.
put it on and set it on fire. I can do that.
It's either this or if they were to be outside anyway, would it be possible to prevent them from going back in? Trap them
You mean
outside.
closing up the sinkhole?
That's what I mean. Somehow prevent them from coming back to where they're comfortable.
So they will roam the countryside forever?
Wait, what? No, you would just close the sinkhole up.
Where?
You don't even
Okay.
necessarily have to close the sinkhole for good, just to make sure that they are in the open before they can return, and then it's not on their home turf.
Oh, you mean drive them out, then close up the hole? I'm just trying to figure out how to do that without... If they can camouflage and we go in, I feel like we'll be attacked before we get to where we need to be.
Yes, it does sound quite risky to go in there with that many of them down there at least.
Perhaps the villagers that are still left can give us more information about the sinkhole. We haven't even seen it yet.
It's true.
Have we met any travelers on the road, actually?
The roads have been very quiet.
I wonder why.
Yeah, you know of a few things in this northern area which probably has drove many of the touristy type people to go around. And yeah, from what you've heard recently, there doesn't seem to be much travel to and from Sardonis. It seems very, very cut off. The only people you do see were about probably 6 or so hours ago when you saw guardsmen patrolling the northern side of Arkenvale. But yeah, other than that, yeah, you eventually start coming towards Arentol, and you know you've probably got about another 6 or so hours of travel, but night does begin to fall. But just as night does, you see ahead of you a large barn on the roadside just as you turn off, and this large barn you see has fences all the way around it with barricades and what looks to be like wooden spikes all the way around the outer rim of the barn. And you can see candlelight coming from within.
Erhard, could you send Olaf ahead?
I was just checking that. How far ahead you saying this?
I would probably say about 350 feet away.
Okay.
You can see it. You can just see it because of the light. It's illuminating the barn a little bit.
So it's still quite a bit far. I can have Olaf go forward, but
we should go. We should get closer with the cart.
Until we like within 100 feet, I won't be able to have like a real, let's say, perception or idea of what it is like. I can have him go there and come back or something, but yeah.
Well, let's get closer first.
Without saying anything, I'll just say in my head, Keda, go.
Yes, of course. And yeah, as you focus on the point, you just see Kada glide into the sky, and as dusk is hitting and it's starting to get to nighttime, you can see that Kada seems to find comfort flying through when it's darker.
So do I see Kada take off?
Yeah, I'd say so.
As I see that, and after having this little thoughts with Contessa, I guess I just also tell Olaf to go and check for me. But when he gets close, to also keep his wits about and check if there's anything suspiciously smelly around.
Roll me perception checks on both, please, on Kada and Olaf. Land and air.
Before you do the perception.
Yep.
Does anybody? I look around. Does anybody want to do a bet with me? Why they have the barricades on around the barn?
Bets?
I bet one.
Like, what do you want to bet exactly?
I want to bet that they put the barricades up because of the troglodytes.
I'll bet you 1 gold.
Oh, okay.
Or what?
I'll bet you 1 gold that's exactly what it is.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying that it is.
Exactly.
We can
That's
both
what
agree.
the bet
Me and
doesn't
you
really
can,
work.
Me and you can pool our money in together and go against others.
Okay. Against
I'm
who?
not putting any money against it. I'm sorry.
Honor.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll. Oh my
Not
god.
a problem. As Olaf is checking around, sniffing around on the floor.
Well, on smelling he gets advantage, right?
Sure, yeah.
The weasel has advantage on wisdom checks that rely
Not
on
a
hearing
problem.
and smell.
And Kada?
We have perception, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh. As Kada looks around, Kada informs you that ooh, are you gonna use your new ability? I should have asked that.
I am.
Okay. I will allow you to keep the roll, because in your new ability, it would technically be your perception. As you peer through the eyes of Kada, and you start to look around everything on the floor, and you can see what looks to be like humans, half-elves, a couple of dwarves, some halflings. You can see a couple of young children, and you can see families. And there looks to be around about 20 to 30-ish people in this barn. You can also see on the perimeters of the barn about 5 or 6. They look like farmers that have fashioned some sort of spears, and they are walking around the perimeter. I would say, yeah, as you also look around, on the outskirts of this barn is a pile of bodies which appear to be completely burnt to a crisp. Olaf, as you're running around, you can smell the scent of something vile from around the back of the barn. And as Olaf scurries round to have a look, he does see, in fact, troglodyte bodies piled up, which onto what looks to be like a pyre.
But I will only get that information when we come in.
When
range,
he
right?
returns, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll get the information to the group about what Kada saw, about the bodies and the family, the guardsmen, all around that. It seems friendly, but we should be wary because they were under attack by something.
I don't think we should come in a cart. I think a few of us should go as to not spook them.
We should definitely not spook them. That's very much true.
I'm pretty sure they don't. They're not really, wary of people in a cart.
You never know. Remember, we
Sure,
haven't
I will
seen
stay in the
much
cart
travelers
though.
down here. I guess Contessa will head out with anyone who wants to come.
I'll join.
Sure, Contessa. Oh, there you go. Contessa and Arcturus start heading towards the barricade, and as you do, you just hear a voice from the other side of the barricade. Well, howdy there, friends. Well, what brings you to this part of what brings you to this part of Arantis?
We're here to investigate the Sinkhole Crisis.
Oh well, it's about time they sent some more people. We've had a few, but we haven't heard too much from them. And the last lot, well, they're in the barn here.
Did 3 dwarves pass by here too?
Yeah, they're the ones that they're in the barn. They went down there just yesterday. They got beat up pretty bad.
Ooh.
Oh, we might want to inquire with what happened there.
Well, by all means. Is it just the pair of you?
No, there's
We brought some
that kinda-
friends.
Well, hurry up on in. I'll open the gate. And you hear the metal grinding against the gravel as she seems to be pushing the gate open enough for a wagon to fit in. And yeah, you call back and you all set into this this barn area. And you see before you a blonde looking woman with plaited hair down to the side, wearing a straw hat and what looks to be like dungarees with a checkered shirt and some big like Wellington boots, and she's currently holding what looks to be like, maybe it was originally a pitchfork, but she's taken the head off of it and just sharpened it down to just like a wooden shaft. And it's like to a point at the end, and you can see that there are like specks of blood on the pitchfork itself, but it's not a red blood, it's like a black, like viscous blood. And she greets you all as you come in, and she's like, well, howdy there, friends. So you come to Arantold to investigate that sinkhole then, huh?
Yes.
Well, oh, yeah?
We have been sent by Arkanvale authorities to...
Oh, you have? Oh,
yes.
Brilliant. That's good news.
I was just gonna ask if you're all in here now or not.
Yes, yeah, everyone's there. Yeah.
So I know
So-
about the smelly bodies now.
Yeah.
So I
So
would tell
who's
the
all-
rest, like, there's a little barbecue of troglodytes in the back.
Oh, yeah, well, you see, we don't get too many come out this far, but occasionally a few do, and the ones that do, we make sure to try and burn the carcasses, because we don't know if they, I don't know, that they might come back for their dead. We're not quite sure.
How far is Arantold from here?
Well, it's about at this point, maybe 4 or so hours just down this road.
4 hours travel on their way out here.
Right, yeah, well, you see, many of the townsfolk has fled towards our Arkanvale there. We were probably like a populace of maybe about 800, and, well, when it first started kicking off, many people evacuated towards Arkanvale, but there were a few that wanted to stick around, you know, those people that just, they can't leave their home, they built that place, they want to stay in it. I believe there's even a few still in there, but I'm not quite sure. Hopefully they're okay. We decided to open up a barn here for any of those victims that wanted to stay within the vicinity of the city, and of course yourselves and any other travelers or army that may come this way. Maybe this could be a safe haven for them.
Right.
We thought it would
So-
be safe, but yeah, it's quite far.
So is there anything you can tell us, like, I don't know, details? Because it's not been as clear yet. What exactly
Right.
happened? Like,
Well, about a month ago, we were celebrating one of the various festivals of Arantold because, well, the mayor of the town, it was his 68th birthday, and while in the town hall, we were all just minding our own business, enjoying the food, the drink, the revelry, and all of a sudden, the ground beneath us swallowed us up. It took out 5 of the houses, and unfortunately, well, there was about 80 people at this the town hall, and well, that was the center of the place. It got completely destroyed. A few of the houses around it also got destroyed, and, well, many of the people tried to rebuild and see if there were any people we could save, but, well, when nightfall came, those creatures came out of it. It was horrific. It was horrifying. Well, at least that's what the others tell me. I myself, I'm the owner of this property right here, and, yeah, I tend to the farms.
Must be the most excitement you've had in a while.
Well,
Speaking of
my,
others,
it certainly is. Yes.
So
you said there were people injured, right?
Well, I say injured. There's a few that they're a little banged up. Yeah. A couple of them went in with those dwarven fellas, the hammer shafts. That lovely bunch of people. Um, 13 went in, and let's just say 6 only came out.
That's
not good.
horrible.
Yeah. They said they were looking for something down there, and they thought maybe they had a lead, but they thought that while looking for something, they could do some good and help these good people. Unfortunately, they didn't get deep enough before those damn troglodytes started coming up on them.
May we speak to them?
By all means, the hammer shafts are just over by the barn over there.
speaking of speaking to like some other people, do you have anyone still here that was there the night that happened? That might know maybe more?
Oh, mighty no, mister. We had a few folks that stuck around for a while, but when things didn't look like they were going right, they decided to meet up with the rest of the refugees.
Okay.
It's a horrible time. We try to do our best, and we have enough food to feed these good people, enough water to make sure that they have drink. But some people just lose hope. We haven't yet.
If so you guys just all living in one big barn?
We have the house there, and then a small little house with about 4 rooms where we let the children stay, and a few of the adults stay in the living rooms and such. We've set up accommodation for them. But for the additional folk, we opened up our barn, and the upper rafters we put old bedding in there. So the lower rafters, just for where people can keep watch. That way, if they do happen to get in the barn, then at least people are available to maybe fight them back.
Well, I'm kind of asking that way because I'm a bit of an entertainer, and I don't know. You guys seem a bit downtrodden. If you have like any meeting area, I would like to just spend the time right now to
Sir,
just...
by all means, you go into that barn, you play a little ditty. I'm sure they'll be well happy with some sort of hope just left back in them. Maybe a few of them might even come out and help watch tonight.
Surely.
Don't be too loud.
Oh yeah, there are a few that are sleeping, so do keep it down. But
we far out.
I'm sure even if they're woke up by music, they might be happy about it.
Sure. Yeah, and I will just start going when the rest is starting to...
You, young lady, you look like you had a question.
So, I suggest we go talk to the dwarves, and if we are allowed, of course, stay here for the night and leave first thing in the morning.
By all means, it will be a pleasure to have some of you. You got plenty of animals with you. I'm sure the children would love to maybe just play with them. Some of them haven't seen horses for a little while, as well, we let the horses go take the people back to Arkenvale. So yeah, it'd be great for the children to see them and get to play with some of the animals. Oh, there's an owl. Oh, I'm sure they'll love to see an owl.
They can see the owl, but my owl is not the friendliest.
Well, that'll be fine.
Have they ever seen a dragon?
My word, a what?
Have they ever seen a tiny dragon?
Well, not until a month ago. They'd never seen the troglodyte, so no, they ain't seen no dragon, sir.
So I whistle and can come back flying.
Oh my, that's much smaller than I was expecting. I thought maybe you'd be like one of them from the tales, but I guess well, I can't complain. It's a pretty little thing there. I'm sure the children would love it.
I bet they do. They'd be fine.
Yeah,
if you have any equipment, like seeing that you have these bloody spears and all, if you have any equipment or I don't know, weapons, tools, whatever, things that might have broken, I can try mend them. So.
Oh right,
yeah,
well that'd be mighty handy. Yeah, we do have a little workshop just outside the back of the barn, but in the middle of the night we can't really do too much because we keep people awake.
Cool. And
but you got maybe an hour before people really be hitting the hay.
I will just head on over there, but later, like since my mending won't make noise.
Oh, absolutely no problem whatsoever.
And Tessa's gonna go approach the dwarves.
Yeah, and as you saunter on over, does anyone else go to the barn? Is everyone going to the barn?
I am.
Dave's
Yeah.
gonna go along to the dwarves with Contessa.
Yeah. So you
Neville will go
guys.
with them.
Brilliant. Yeah, you guys start heading towards the barn, and Galoin follows you after leading the horses and hitching them up near the barn as well. And as you walk on in, you can see 3 dwarven men sat round a table, and they're playing cards currently. And they've got like roughly about 12 silver and about 7 gold just scattered on the table, and they seem to be gambling just while sat there. One of them you can see has bandages around one of his arms, and all 3 of them have big, thick, bushy ginger beards, but one of which is completely bald, whereas the other have quite long hair as well. And as they're all sat there, you can see a couple of them are wearing like metal armor, but it's quite makeshift. It seems to be like scraps of stuff they could find. And the other is wearing leather. And beside one of them is a shield almost the size of him. The other has a pickaxe and a hammer beside him, and the third one has a crossbow beside him. And the 3 of them are just playing cards, and behind them you see 3 men, one of which with bandages around his legs, who's a human. You see a half-elf who has a nasty scar, like up his neck and across the face, and he's missing part of his ear, with some bandages around his head. And then the third one is a half-orc who is just stood there with his arms folded, and you can see through the leather he has bandages around his ribs as well. And yeah, these 3 are in this like central section, and then there's ladders that go up to where the others sleep.
Right.
Yeah, and as you walk on up, you just hear, "Alright then, that is mine, and I don't care what you say, alright?" And he like scoops all the coin towards him, and the others are like, "You cheating bastard," as they're like all just sat around gambling with some cards at the minute.
They're the Hammerfell dwarves, right? Is that what was said?
You tell me.
Can I roll intelligence?
Sure, roll intelligence check.
What were their names?
You were just told it.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's a save, so I will deduct. No, it's all good. Yeah, you know it's the Hammershaft brothers.
A Hammershaft.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna approach them and well, with the rest of the group and say, "What the hell happened?"
Are you talking to us?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got paid by Arkenvale. We came to clear out these stenchy lizard folk, and well, as you can see quite clearly, they kicked our ass.
Were you guys prepared at all? Like, what happened exactly?
Well, you know, when you hire 10 sellswords, you'd think some of them might be some fucking cop. As he looks back at the 3, and they kind of all like look down, like in a bit of embarrassment. And then he turns back to you and he says, "But you know, it is what it is. Wait, are you going down there? You look like you know how to fucking fight."
Oh, trust me, me and my party do. Yeah, we got paid by Arkenvale to come check it out too.
All right then. Well, we'd like to accompany you.
Nice.
I'd say that works out fine. If you split half your earnings with us.
I'll do one better. We're looking for something down there. Something that belongs to us. We'll help you clear out your troglodytes. We'll give you a bit of coin. But you help us find what we want to find.
What are
And
you
maybe
looking
we'll
for?
split some of the reward with you.
That we could hold a deal on that if you tell us what you're looking for.
Have you ever heard of the halls of Dwalladin?
No, please explain.
Nope.
Now roll
You can test
history
it.
on that.
Sure.
I was gonna say, can I roll history on that?
Everyone that wants to roll history. If you don't think that you would know about it, by all means, don't roll.
Contessa could
What
know.
I know about
Wait.
dwarfs? Oh god.
Oh my god.
Give me a disadvantage, I guess.
I mean, Essen's not that far away from Arental though, so.
Essence, yeah, not massively far away. That's fine. Yeah. So, anyone else want to roll, or is that everyone? Okay. As you are all trying to think, where have I heard this name? Ahad and Shion, unfortunately, neither of you have heard of Dwalladin. However, Contessa and Hairbell the pair of you heard hundreds of years ago. You vaguely remember there was a dwarven king by the name of Dwalladin who decided to set up in Arantis. However, yeah, you both know, because you rolled over 20, you both know that he set up a mine deep beneath Arantis because he had heard that there was an item, an ore, known as Dawn Shards. These shards held magical powers within them, and some wanted, including Dwalladin, to forge these Dawn Shards into a weapon. They wanted to try and create the most powerful weapon they could out of the ore from this mine. However, a few hundred years back, we're talking maybe 300-400 years ago, they found something they weren't expecting. And due to this, they had to close the mine. Contessa, you are not aware of what they found. However, Hairbell, with a 25, which is the DC to know exactly what they opened up down there, you know that they accidentally opened a gateway to the elemental plane of fire.
Oh boy, okay.
That is the only piece of information that you have from that, because that is like, yeah, you literally hit the nail on the head with the DC there. It's 25. And all you know is that they had to flee because of something coming through. However, Dwalladin stayed.
I'm assuming, well, I'm talking to the dwarves again. So you're looking for a weapon?
Aye.
I've just heard stories. I don't live. I live not that far from here.
Alright, well, I'm impressed you knew something. Most of these folks have never heard of it, and they fucking live above it.
Oh, mind you, I don't think they've ever been down there.
Well, not surprised. Has been a while.
Okay. Hairwell's gonna kind of look down her nose as much as she can, being as short as she is. I know they're dwarves, but they sat down as much as she can and sort of like tap her staff on the ground and like. And you have a plan for what happened down there? Or do you know if it's resolved?
It's been years! Lovey, I'm sure there's nothing down there now. How would it survive? And who's to say it's even true?
How far did you guys make it? Sorry.
Well, only a little.
I was going to say, if you've only made it a little way into the tunnels, then how could you possibly know what's still down there? I've been through many libraries in my travels, I can tell you, and as far as I'm aware, whatever magic or something that happens down there is very far above just warrior types without some kind of backup. I personally don't play no magic, but it's some very serious business.
Aye, if it's true, yeah.
I wouldn't see why it would not be true.
I only want one thing. Well, we only want one thing. But you know, there's plenty of treasure down there. I'm sure we could find some things that'd make it worth your while.
Oh, I'm agreeing with you guys' deal. It's just, how banged up are you guys? Because I can patch you up tonight, and we could get ready to move tomorrow.
Well, the 3 lads here, they don't want no part of it. We already tried to offer them double pay, but they said no. They saw the troubles that we had, but us 3, well, we'll do it. That's what we're here for. Look, how about this? Sweeten the deal. You seem a little skeptical of the stories of old. Here, take this. And he puts a sack of coin onto the table. Take us down, find what we want, it's yours.
Contessa grabs it and asks how much is in there.
As you look in it, there looks to be like 500 gold.
Deal.
Plenty more of that. beneath.
So, how do you know about these? Are you like ancestors of them, or?
Hey, our kin used to live there. Not
When you-
Darlington himself, but you know, like guards and such.
Hairbell, did you share the information about the Elemental Gateway?
No, no, I didn't as of yet, but
You're just implying with the dwarf, yeah.
yeah, just try to kind of test the waters and see what they were doing. But if everyone that is there at the moment is going to try and eye it up, I might just sort of like speak up again, a little bit more more pointedly. It's like, not sure how much the rest of you have heard, but from my research, these lads' ancestors opened a gate to the elemental plane of fire. Now, I'm going to accompany you, because that is what I said to do, and I am a lady of my word. But I just thought it would be useful for everyone to know what we're dealing with.
Maya schmaya.
So, basically, don't go too deep, is what we're saying here.
I look at Shion.
Yeah, and I sort of look at you and at Arcturus.
I just look back at you and to Maeve.
We all look at each other and we're very happy. No.
All the dwarves look back at you all.
No, and I'm like, you know, there's someone else who we might find there.
I'm going to look at Shion and at Taurus and speak in a elemental language that is fire. I wonder what else we can find down there.
Yes.
Understanding that they probably don't understand me, but
I 100% understand you. And and I'm like,
I'm just looking blank at you, like.
What the hell are you guys talking about?
Yes,
no, I look shocked. I look shocked at the fact that Shion understands.
And you're speaking Ignan, is that correct? The elemental language of fire, yeah?
I don't know if that is what it's
Yeah,
called.
yeah. That's Ignan's the fire one. Yeah, no worries.
Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, never mind. I don't understand what you're saying.
It's primordial?
Primordial. Shit, that's something else, right? Ah, crap.
Do you know primordial?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you do. So
I
primordial.
do understand, right?
Yeah, primordial was broken up into 4 languages. There's
Yeah.
Auran,
Oh,
which is the language of air. There's Ignan, which is the language of fire. There's Terran, I believe it is, which is the language of rock, like earth, and it's like sounds like rocks shifting. And then there is Aquan, which is the language of the water.
Yeah, I thought I understood.
You do understand.
Yeah, you do understand.
I do understand, yeah. So yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I'm like, yes, there is, you know, it might have a connection to this thing I have on my arm.
I'm still looking at you two like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you... What?
Even if it doesn't, I'm still very curious to what could be down there.
Yes,
They-
absolutely.
While they talking and whatever they're talking, I will just nudge Contessa and find me a spot where I can set up for just a little bit of entertainment.
I'm gonna let him do that. I'm gonna try to patch up these guys so we're ready to go tomorrow. I'm gonna talk to the 3 people and see if I could maybe persuade them to guard our cart for a fee while we're dealing with the troglodytes.
Okay, so that's what you say to them?
Yes.
What?
They don't have to come with us deep down, but
Right. What here?
no, we're closer to Arental. You won't have to come with us.
How much?
200 coppers
gold.
each.
200 gold.
200 gold.
What the fuck?
Or 250.
250. But if you're not out by nightfall, we bring it back here.
That could be safer. I'm gonna look back at my companions and see if they.
I'm going to nod at Contessa because if they're still there at nightfall, they're probably going to get attacked, which means that our horses die if they stay. So they might as well leave.
Galoin perks up, says, "Yeah, and I'll stay with them as well. You know, so and you can keep Socks here and Tenko and any other creature you've got."
Okay, 250.
You know, Contessa Tenko would be extremely helpful at nightfall if we were traveling at night.
I just wish I could communicate with Tenko.
If only you had someone that could.
Yeah, once a day.
Yeah, well, you know, it's we're about to go to sleep. We've been to bed. I can do it again. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I am going to stay with the horses tonight because I don't trust any of this. And because it is nighttime and the troglodytes have been here. By any means, if anybody wants to join me, that is fine. I completely understand if you don't want to, but I will be staying outside.
I will join you. I don't think the barn will be much more comfortable than sleeping outside, and I can also see in the dark, which might be a bit handy.
But thankful, maybe not.
And before Maeve and Shion do something, I just speak to them in Elvish. I'm like, next time you guys want to discuss something, just do it in Elvish, okay?
And then Contessa looks too. It's like, it speaks in Elvish too, because she knows Elvish. It's like, yes, it's much more convenient.
Shall we
Hairbow
just...
will also pitch in and say, yes, that would probably be
Galoin also pitches in and says, "Yeah, it would be much easier."
Let us just conduct everything we say in Elvish from now on.
And we just leave Erhard, like, what?
And then the dwarves look at you and go, "What the fuck are you saying?"
I'm gonna speak in Dwarvish to the dwarves, and we're just screwing around a little bit.
Hey! And then he pulls out a hip flask and he hands it to you.
Just take a hard swig.
Yeah, and con save, please.
Oh no.
It's some pretty hard dwarvish liquor, and a 10 is exactly the DC. You manage to drink it without too much. You have to cough a little and clear your throat, but it's just a little hard liquor. He takes it back from you. He nods and then he takes a swig as well. Then he passes it round to the other two.
So I'm gonna give 250 of that gold of the 500 gold he gave me to the people, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on. Actually, I'm gonna do what do you call it? Prayer of Healing on all 6. So 3 of the dwarves and 3 of the people.
Yeah, so you take 10 minutes to say a little prayer to Solodon.
Yep.
And bless and ask him for his aid of shining the light upon their wounds and healing them all up. And after a short little while, they all seem a little bit chirpier. A few of them take some bandages off, and the scars seem to have healed. Yeah, and they're all very thankful. And then they start getting ready to pack away for the evening just before Erhard's performance. So Erhard, would you like to make me a performance check, please? As everyone around you speaking in Elvish while you're getting set up for your little performance?
Yeah, I will introduce myself, obviously, as Erhard, the magician. And I essentially try to recite a bit of my what I practice at the campfire, and just
Go for it.
Do a little,
And you begin performing, and you definitely raise the spirits of the people in there. The few of the guardsmen that have just been healed, along with the dwarvish men, they seem merry. They seem pretty happy with the everything that's going on. They've just been healed. They've all basically got what they wanted out of this, and now you're playing them a song, so they're even happier. A few of the townsfolk that are sat up in the upper part of the barns are like clapping along to the tune and like stamping their feet, enjoying it. But it seems to be raising the morale of the people that were very down on their luck.
And as I'm ending, I'm just gonna add like a little sensory effect that just gives them all a bit of like a warm, cozy feeling.
Awesome. Yeah, and as you do that, there's a round of applause and a few cheers from the people up top. It seems to have raised morale of the poor people of Erentol that managed to stick around, hoping for some good news. And is there anything else anyone wants to do before you all start to bed for the second evening of your travel?
Well, I did mention I'm gonna go in the workshop and just do a bit of mending on things.
Yeah, not a problem.
No, only thing I do is just a bit of tinkering.
Yeah.
You want my
I
boots?
I guess Contessa will camp outside, not like with the guardsmen and try to, be on guard, I guess.
Yeah, take a few watches just to try and help out. Yeah, not a problem. Hairbell, Maeve, and Shion, what are you up to?
I'll stick with Maeve. I have some questions.
Staying out with the horses.
Nice.
Also, if nobody is going to claim it, for now at least, I would like to attune to maybe both the dagger and the braces, with the thought that maybe Andros will also come back and take some of that.
Yeah.
But then at least they're getting used.
Yeah,
Contessa gives her the bracers, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you guys are okay with it, Arcturus just wants to attune with the earring thingy.
Yeah.
Nobody is objecting that.
You okay?
No, I don't really need it.
Yeah.
I feel like we can always, when people don't want it or really want to use it, we can always talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Erhard should have done it so he can understand Elvish and talk to us.
Wait, the meta.
But then I only
the rod-
understand. I can't speak it.
Is the rod I have would I have to attune to that?
Nope, you just press the button, and as you're sat there, you hold it out in front, and you press it, and you let go, and it's just hovering.
Undo it, and...
You undo it, and you move it. You do it again, and then you try tugging on it, it just doesn't move.
Oh.
And then you press it again, and you have the immovable rod.
Nice.
And Heather, what are you doing this evening? Is there anything you wanted to do in particular?
Not anything in particular. Maybe just flip through some. I might actually have a little bit of a flip through and try and remember any of my notes. See if there's anything I can remember, especially that might pertain to the elemental plane of fire, just in case.
Okay.
So, like a little bit of a heads up on everyone. Just like this is a bit concerning, but okay.
Roll me a history check. I'm gonna say at disadvantage because it is it's planar magic. It's not something you'd typically come across. But yeah, roll anyway. Who knows? Oh, double 17, not bad.
Okay.
The only things really that you recall is the elemental plane of fire is the plane of existence where the Titan god Nova resided when the War of the Titans happened, and it's where the divine beings gave them their own plane of existence to live in and inhabit and do with what they will. You do know that there is often gateways found across the world where you can traverse between the two. However, typically, it is not a place that most humanoids such as yourselves would be able to exist in due to the heat, the harsh environments, and the amount of crazy, monstrous beings that live beyond that gate. The fact that there is one beneath a town in Arantis is crazy. Like you've heard the stories, but if this is true, I would say with the 17 as well, because it's based on intelligence, you would probably come to the assumption, maybe not the exact assumption, but there's a thought that passes by. What if this is what has made the troglodytes go up? What if there is a connection between the halls of Dwalladin and these troglodytes since this sinkhole? Because you know troglodytes are deep down beneath the earth, and these things are coming out of the surface and attacking townsfolk. So yeah, just that
stuff.
thought, yeah, that thought crosses your mind with the whole thing, and like your analytical brain is just going down every avenue you possibly can to see if you can pinpoint something.
Okay.
And yeah, makes you ponder for a while.
Interesting. Okay then. Yeah, I'll leave it at that then.
Yeah.
I'll let everyone get on with it. Maybe clue everyone else in the morning if it comes up.
Yeah. As Shion and Maeve, the pair of you are sat together.
So where did you learn to speak the elemental language?
I learned all of them in my time in the forest. Being one with nature has taught me a lot of things that I didn't know I would use, I guess, in this world. But just being outside for so long, pun not attended, it came upon me naturally. How about you?
Well, I have studied a lot. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I have studied them mainly just from books, I guess. However, ever since our sort of incident, if you may call it that, particularly the fire language has come rather easily to me.
Did the demon you referred to speak that language?
Demon, deity, you name it, I do not know. He spoke common tongue to us, as Arcturus was also very much able to understand him. But I do suspect also from what I gathered in the library in the Trispire that it all may be connected somehow.
Did he? How come you think he might be from the plane of fire? If anything, was there?
Well,
was he a fiery being?
we are looking for the orb of eternal flame. My tattoo has flames. I seem to be able to throw flames at everyone all of a sudden, something which I'm not capable of doing it. Maybe that's what gave it away. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you have a fair point there, Shion. I thought maybe the flame thing with you was something to do with Quirin and it being really hot there. I didn't piece together that was after your encounter.
Well, it's hot there, but I was an average mage at best. I never studied at the Arcane Academy. I was not much of a spellcaster before I came.
I understand now. That's why I keep burning the scrolls.
Exactly.
It's not your fault. It's the deity's fault.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You would have been fine otherwise.
I'm sure I would have been.
As for why I have interest in this, I want to see. This is gonna sound crazy, but I want to see if I've been so surprised by the powers that have evolved in me in the last few days with you guys traveling. I want to see if I can implement the elements into what I do. And I don't know, I feel like a gate to the plane of fire is kind of like putting it on a plate for me. Like, hey, if you ever wanted to find out something, this is the time.
Can I sort of show my new ability off? Like, just grab a chakram and set it on fire and just say, oh, like this?
What did you use, chakram?
Yeah, I just get it, I just hold it and it just ignites.
Kind of. Think more nature though. You know, like a flame bear.
Ooh, a flame. Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Or like I don't know, like a sea monkey. Right? Anything. elemental, a cat of lightning. I don't know. Go wild with it.
I think you're already going wild with it. I love it.
Well, this is between you and me, okay? Because I don't know if it's even possible. I don't want to make a fool of myself in front of everybody. But this is what I hope to achieve. I want to see what I can get out of all of the elements. I would love to have it be part of my ability.
I think you would do very well at it.
Yes.
How's your head feeling with the horns?
It's kind of, I don't know how to explain, bulbous? Is that the right word? I don't know. Do you want to have a look for me?
As you touch them for the first time in a few days, you feel something a little more there.
On further inspection, it kind of feels a little different.
Different.
Yeah, would you mind looking for me? And I'll lift up the circlet of ironwood, which I'm also still wearing. Yeah.
Yeah, and as you part the hair ever so slightly, Shion, you can see what looks to be like some form of horn two horns growing from her head. And upon closer inspection, they are of a texture and quality similar to an antler.
Oh dear, I know I said horns for fun, but you might actually get them. Don't worry, you can become a fire deer or a lightning goat.
If it's just the horns, I guess I'm okay with that. But what if I turn into a goat for forever?
I'm sure that won't happen. And I'm sort
I
of
hope not.
inwardly thinking of the possibilities of having a massive Maeve-shaped goat hanging around us.
I do wonder how the group name would sound if you announce yourself with the Maeve's Maidens, but Maeve is the goat.
Yeah,
The
she's
mascot
the goat.
and the leader.
Yeah, we all follow the cult of the goat.
As you all bed down for the evening after tinkerings and... Oh, you want to do something?
I just want to interact with Tenko again.
Sure, go for it, yeah.
I'm going to do the whistle again.
Yeah.
Just the more interacting I can do, I hope eventually you'll just get used to me. Or not, no, hates me forever.
The owl doesn't pay you any mind this evening.
I'm letting him know I'm here.
Yeah, he ignores you this evening. He's on a farm. There's plenty of rodents. He is very busy flying about. But yeah, you all bed down for the evening after your mendings and your tinkerings and your conversations about becoming a goat, finding out about the elemental plane, and spending some time with your pet. You all fall to a relatively decent sleep. A few of you taking watch in the night, keeping guard, and you wake up to no attack on the barn. The barn was safe for the evening. And yeah, as you awake, you hear a cockerel doing its morning, rooster doing its morning cock-a-doodle-doo, as you would expect on a big farm full of livestock and stuff. And yeah, you all awake, some of you in the barn, some of you out of it. You all awake that morning, you get yourselves ready, and as you set down, ready and able to get into the cart, you see the 3 men plus the 3 dwarves already waiting for you, completely geared up, tooled up, and ready to go. As Galoin throws the last few things onto the back of the wagon, one of the dwarves says, "Alright, so are we ready to go to Erentol?"
You're ready, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm asking Guloin if he's coming along.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with the wagon with the other guys. And then if you don't come out by nightfall, I'll return here with the wagon. With them.
Wonderful. Be safe, Colin.
And I can look after Socks or Tenko or anything while I'm up here as well. Right, well, let's go. As he starts to leave the gates, and you start to head down the road, and a few hours pass of you, a few of you walking by the sides of it, heading towards the town. And as you get closer and closer and closer, you can see the dilapidated buildings, you can see the destruction, you can see carcasses of bodies and blood throughout Erental. And that is where we will end tonight's session. As we will finish there, so that next week when we come back, you guys will just be heading into Erental and finding the Sinkhole. So, I hope you thoroughly enjoyed that session. I thank you so much, Frith, for joining us. And you're coming back next week, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome, thank you. So we'll have you next week as Harebell as you venture on in to the Sinkhole, perhaps, we'll see, to find the halls of Dwaladin. But let's go round the room real quick, and guys, tell us where you can find it. Tim, we'll start with you, go ahead.
Will do. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Had a lot of fun. It was nice meeting Harebell. So that's a fun addition. Normally you can find me at the Team Logic NL channel where we play RimWorld. I am not finishing it up. We are on 1/3 of the goal we have set, so it's going to be exciting. Beat that tomorrow, and otherwise we'll see you next week on Natural Havoc channel.
Fantastic. And Frith, where can they find you?
You can find me at Frith the Traveller. I'm having a little bit of a shake-up of my schedule at the moment, because I've just got a short part-time job, but it will be back, hopefully, in about a week. I am starting a new game there. I don't know what I'm going to be playing. It'll probably be Master Mode Breath of the Wild, and on days that I'm not streaming games, I stream art. So, yeah, it's in process.
And if you like our character art, Frith drew them. He's amazing. Fantastic artist. So make sure you go check him out. Absolutely awesome. The art that you see on the channel is it's just phenomenal. I love it. And I love that we were able to get Harebell's art onto the overlay as well this week, which is so cool. But yes, below Frith, we have Smitty. Smitty, take it away.
Hello, I'm Smitty. I stream from Saturday through Wednesday, usually Relics of the Past, although I'm currently going through Ocarina of Time as well, which is the first time I'm going through that, which has been fun, which I'm doing again this Sunday, if you don't want to miss me struggling with really old games. And yeah, otherwise you can find me here on Fridays playing Maeve. And again, Frith, thank you so much for joining us. Harebell is a really cool character. I really like her.
Yeah, I absolutely love her as well. And to the other side of the screen, we have Zeb. Zeb, take it away.
Yeah, it's Aiden Zeb. I actually stream again, so let's check that out. Currently doing a lot of Crusader Kings because I'm really enjoying it. About to form the Kingdom of Ram. If you want to know what that is, come over and find out. And yeah, just a lot of strategy, RPGs, all of that. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Awesome. And above Zeb, we have Creed. Creed, take it away.
Hey guys, I'm back at streaming again after like a month and a half hiatus. Back streaming Apex, Dying Light 2, and 2/3 new potential games after that. You can find me on Guildmaster Creed. And it was nice meeting Frith's character, Harebell.
Awesome. And above Creed, we have Lan. Lan, take it away.
Hello, my name is Lan. You can find me over at the Team Logic NL channel, streaming on Mondays. Finally ending RimWorld, despite what all of you guys say. I swear to God, I'm ending it. But yeah, hopefully I'll be back with some more challenges, some other games soon. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone. It was great today. Love it.
It was awesome. And don't forget to follow our good friend, the Eagle Outlaw. It is with a 0, not an O. He does all sorts of content like Pokemon and Subnautica and a few other things. So please do make sure to go check him out as well, because he's an awesome part of our community and us. So please do make sure you go check him out. And then finally, myself. I do oniony things over on the Onion Soup, where I play mediocre. I play content mediocre. No, I play games mediocre. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to be starting a brand new game on Sunday, which I have never played, and I know a few of you are big fans of, as I will be trying out Horizon Zero Dawn for the first time on Sunday. I have never played it, so I don't know what it's going to be like, but I'm excited to give it a go.
I bet you love it.
I haven't. Obviously, the new game's just come out, but I thought, you know what? No, we'll start. We'll start with the old one.
You should. Yeah, you should.
You can go to Forbidden West right after that.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so I'm going to be playing that for the first time, so I'm super excited. So I thought I'd give that a go. But that's Sunday. That's coming this Sunday. But yeah, that's everything. Are we raiding out?
We might.
We could.
We could. We might.
We should.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little look for a little raid. So guys, don't forget, if you didn't manage to catch the whole session, you're like, damn, I missed like the first hour. It'll be on the YouTube on like Wednesday-ish. So make sure to go check it out.
Yes.
Yeah, Wednesday evening. Yeah.
Might be funny in regard of, and we're not gonna tell them. But we are on an adventure with dwarves, and I see a dude or a party. The other Scot. And apparently they are Scottish.
Okay, yeah, cool.
So
They're
yeah,
dwarves, I see.
they are the dwarves. I don't know if it's something that they do a charity stream. Might be fun. I don't know how they react, but hey, new friends.
Let's go for it. Yeah, let's head on over.
Also, social those follows.
Yes,
Social the
those
follows.
Social the follows. Check us out
And
on YouTube.
YouTube the videos.
Yes, and Discord the chats.
Are we just Yoda now? Are we
Join
just
the
Yoda?
Yeah. Check out the Discord. We post up the recaps up there. We post up random different things, and you can talk to us because we're cool people. Come speak to us.
We're there.
So yeah, so awesome. We're there.
We're there.
Yeah. Are we ready for the raid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are. For some reason, I am struggling.
Mine was acting weird as well.
Yeah.
Just go on the rate button on the dashboard.
What
for me,
what
today
dashboard?
mine was freaking out all the time, giving me like some weird channel.
Yeah, it's not.
brackets.
Yeah.
It just didn't work.
I
Just
can
go
do it.
on the rate button.
Well, I can
do it.
try to do it with brackets. Otherwise, I will let Smitty do it.
No, I
I'll
tried
do it
already do it.
next-
Okay,
I'll do
she
it
done
next
it.
week.
Done it.
She's done it.
Also,
It has been done.
One last thing before we go. Thank you so much, mods, for being amazing and being here and plugging all the things. You guys rock. Thank you very much for being there. We really appreciate everything that you do for us. So yeah, so thank you very much. Right, well that is going to be it for us this week. But we'll be back next week with some more D&D. And this is Dinner. Take care, guys. Much love, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.